Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special game of Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabell. My name is Dustin, and these are the Role Seekers. Hey everybody. Hello. I will not be sitting in the big chair tonight for very long, only to give announcements, because we're going to be passing off the torch to Martin Bunicki.
Oh man, it's a big, heavy is the head, and where's the crown?
Sturdy is the chair that has the dragon. So before we do that, though, I do want to jump into a couple of big announcements. So we're very excited. Tonight we are going to be playing a new system called Everyday Heroes. It is by Evil Genius Games. They reached out to us a while ago, and they provided us all with these wonderful books of this new system. Basically, you are playing in the real world, but really you can also push this system into movies and movie genres, and I'll let Martin tell us more about that when we get started. The other announcements that we have is we are on our final 3 days of our Kickstarter, The Curse of the Dreg d'Amour. It has surpassed many of our expectations. Very excited, especially since this is my first Kickstarter, Martin's manyth Kickstarter backer kit. But we've crossed, I believe it's 4 stretch goals now. The stretch goals that we have left are really standard of living upgrades. So another full page art piece, potentially a new class and a new race that we'll be able to add, but we have fully funded. Please give that a check out. It's currently live. You can find it, the links in our bios or at rollseekers.com. The Curse of the Dreg d'Amour, that takes you on an epic fantasy adventure in the world that we play in, Nabell. And what the players don't know is I actually just received a phone call before we started that we actually just got another $1,000 donation.
What?
So we have now crossed into uncharted territory.
Ooh.
So we'll be talking about that soon. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, it's really exciting. So so we're nearing like the final stretch goal that we even have on the website. So that's really cool. Then some business end on that. I've already started getting some bids for the printing, and I actually have a company that's going to send me a dummy book so we can actually feel the pages.
Cool.
Yes. So, really excited about that stuff. And then, of course, I want to give a big shout out to Tegan Goki. We actually finally have his logo. If you've not checked out this young man's art, you must. He is phenomenal, and the book is going to just be so spectacular. He's already started sending me some of the work for the Wolds, and he sent me a first draft of the Depth Crawler, and y'all gonna be so excited. You're gonna be so excited. So I do want to go ahead and play the video real quick of our Curse of the Dreg d'Amour on Twitch, so we'll watch that, and then we'll jump into tonight's game. Adventurers to the world of Nabell and the Curse of the Dreg d'Amour.
When do I get to play?
Oh, I totally got caught up in it. Welcome to the Kickstarter. My name is Dustin Ritchie, and I am the creator of Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabell. We are an actual play, role-playing, live stream, and podcast on Twitch and TikTok, and for the past year, I've been working with Martin Bunicki of Gaming Honors to develop a brand new 5e compatible module for Dungeons & Dragons. This is the Curse of the Dreg d'Amour. But what is Role Seekers, and what is the Curse of the Dreg d'Amour? Well, as we like to say on our show, we're local gamers just like you who roleplay for your enjoyment. And that's the truth of it. Everything you see on Role Seekers is improvised, except for the lore. That I've been writing since I was in 5th grade, and I'm really excited to be able to share just a small slice of it with you in this new module. Here, you're going to explore the continent of Tyve, a land where darkness is born from light, and it's starving for you. You will follow Dirnik Vosh, an aging barbarian, on his journey to the Ebon Keep. Here, he hopes to stop a curse before it envelops his people. But is that the truth? Or is there something more sinister happening behind the scenes? That you'll have to discover for yourself. What I can tell you is that this is an epic adventure. Through playtesting over the last year, we have basically turned a level 14-15 adventure into a level 4 module. You're going to go on a crazy ride. I've been very honored to work with artists and writers like Martin Bunicki and Tegan Goki to breathe life into this narrative adventure, which will transform your tabletop into an epic story battleground. You're going to do everything from puzzles and riddles to original songs to encounters that you can solve through wit, not just with the sword. So, without further ado, it's time to like, follow, and share. Pledge if you can, because the curse is calling you. So good. All right, welcome back, everyone. So that's the Curse of the Dregdamore. If you're watching on TikTok, come on over to Twitch. You'll see a much higher production value. And if you're on Twitch and you want to see just raw, constant footage, head on over to TikTok. So with that, we're getting ready to jump into Everyday Heroes. So we're going to play a quick video just so those on Twitch know exactly what we're going to be playing tonight. So let's go ahead and show that real quick.
For the most action-packed role-playing game of the modern era. Inspired by your favorite action movies, Everyday Heroes makes you the star of your own pulse-pounding adventure. Leap out of windows, get in a car chase, and save the world at the last second, all while looking damn good doing it. Created by some of the original designers of D20 Modern, Everyday Heroes provides everything you need to run a modern-day campaign with a 5e-compatible, easy-to-learn rule set. The core rulebook comes equipped with a host of modern character options. Get up close and personal with the MMA fighter, break into the system with the hacker, or uncover any mystery with the sleuth. With 20 classes, 25 backgrounds, and 30 professions, Everyday Heroes gives you the tools to create your own unique action hero. But that's not all. Everyday Heroes gives GMs a toolbox bursting with options, with custom rules for car chases and gunfights, along with an armory of equipment and an updated wealth system that breaks away from counting every coin. The best part is that Everyday Heroes can be played in almost any genre, from horror to sci-fi and everything in between. And later this year, Everyday Heroes will be releasing cinematic adventures based on your favorite films, with custom rules, new classes, and adventures for each one. So what are you waiting for? Answer the call and become the star with Everyday Heroes.
All right, so lots of videos today, and there's only one left, because it's Tuesday night. Let's roll some dice!
Welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Martin. I am your game master, Martin. And yes, I have taken over the seat of power from Dustin, so I'm very excited and really nervous because this is literally a big seat to fill, but I'm going to do my best. As Dustin mentioned earlier, tonight we are playing an Everyday Heroes adventure called Number One with a Bullet. And this is by J.D. Kennedy, was the lead adventure writer. And the treat about tonight's game is it is set in the world of John Carpenter's Escape from New York. If you haven't seen Escape from New York, I'm sorry. And you should put it on your to-be watched list because it is a classic. And you can get exactly this vibe from that movie. Yes, I like it.
Martin, going back to your heyday.
So it is. I'm bringing me back. It's taking me right back. So let me give you a little bit of context, and then we'll jump into the game. It is the year 2001. The United States has narrowly survived the conflict of World War III through a ceasefire with its enemies. President Harker's Hartford summit was unable to stop the war entirely, and with his leadership badly discredited by Snake Plissken.
I thought he was dead.
I heard he was dead too. He loses his re-election to John Grace, head of the National Evangelical Assembly, who rides a wave of religious fervor brought about by his prediction that a massive earthquake will devastate the West Coast and cause Los Angeles to break away from the mainland. All of you are in various capacities connected with someone called the whistleblower, who is somewhere in the federal government working for President Grace, but aware that he has evil plans afoot. And so you have each been contacted separately and told to get on a mysterious night bus. So there's this bus going from stop to stop, picking up each of you. The windows are blacked out. They're keeping the lights low. And you are now driving towards Manhattan. While you're sitting in the bus looking around at one another nervously, you introduce yourselves. Kevin, why don't you start?
My name's Brandon. You can see me wearing just street clothes, but one of the shirts has a little police emblem on it. I got a hat kind of pulled down low, and I'm just not trying to pull too much attention to myself.
Hello everyone, my name is Porky Johnson, aka the Pig.
The P?
The Pig.
Okay.
Pig?
P.
P.
The
P as in
P.
the letter. Okay.
Like
What the-
the animal.
Or as in the
I
vegetable.
want that Who's Line buzzer. It's like next.
Now, let the man play his character.
Every other character you like makes is
Oh, 100%.
terrible.
Porky Johnson or the Pig is a stout 4'11" man with bushy red hair and a thick neckbeard.
Okay.
I need to write it.
All right, Allie.
Porky Johnson?
Porky Johnson.
My name's Ivy, and I just really like to go on new adventures. Ivy is a very plain-looking, smaller woman with like pitch straight, dark brown hair, and she is just wearing jeans and a hoodie, and
Oh.
she, yeah, I mean she's seems pretty average.
Yeah, and to be clear, you knew when you got the note from the whistleblower that there might be some action of some kind. So if you have equipment that you would normally bring on any kind of expedition, you would have it. So for instance, Brandon, sounds like you might have a law enforcement background. If that means you've got a sidearm tucked in a shoulder holster, you would wear it.
Sure.
Yeah, so like my character has like some like nice work clothes, but I would assume we're not wearing those, right?
No, you're not. You know, you're not going to work. You don't know where you're going, but when the night bus arrives, you know it's probably going to be clandestine of some sort. All right, Trevor.
Sick. Yeah, my name is Christoph Mueller. I come from the west side of Germany. My father was a scientist there, so I followed in his footsteps. But my real passion is to be a DJ. Yeah, we bought this old Zeppelin hangar, right, after some of my music blew up. And we're slowly turning it into a place for a disco, you know. Yeah, we call it the Vita Bunker.
All right, and but you're also
Kevin knows what I said.
you're a scientist during the day.
Yeah, scientist by day, DJ by night. That's my passion.
Okay, thank you, Christoph.
Is this just a Flula-Borg thing? A Flula cosplay? Never mind. I'll show you later.
Dustin.
So, sitting at the back of the bus, kind of clouded in some darkness, you see him like spinning this combat knife. But he has his what is this? He's wearing he has these dark clothing kind of opened, and you see, since he came prepared, he has 6 other knives in this holster belt going down his side. I don't like to make small talk, but the name's Knife. Sharpay. And I got business. Yep.
All right, and this is actually Knife paid his way through school selling Ginzu. Could cut through a steel can and then a tomato.
Only Damascus blades.
All right, very nice. So, quite an assortment of heroes we have tonight.
The fantasy version of Cutco.
Yeah, exactly. It's late,
Oh my
and
God,
what?
are you an MLM?
Yeah, absolutely.
That
I
is
think you are now.
now he's giving away the whole plot.
Let my character arc develop on its own.
It's late, and what few insects remain along the Hudson annoyingly cling to you as you, one by one, get off the bus. In the distance, you see a U.S. police force chopper. Yes. Surveying the waters around Manhattan for any escaping convicts. For the record, the entire island of Manhattan is a prison. If you are sent to the island of Manhattan, you don't leave. There are no police inside the fortress wall surrounding the island. The inmates have been left to just build their own broken, twisted society in what was once the Big Apple. Okay.
Nobody escapes from there.
Nobody.
But he looks over at the group. Maybe one man did.
Did you hear he was dead?
He's dead though.
You feel the need to hide from that chopper spotlight, even though you're ordinary citizens. And you've just received the call from the famous whistleblower, who you know is said to be organizing resistance to the government. As you get off the bus and you look around, you think that meeting at Bob's Discount River Tours seems a bit ridiculous for such a serious mission. It's fallen on hard times, and everywhere you look, you see a grinning cartoon face staring back at you. As you're sort of warily looking at one another, like, really? What's that disco dude in the lab coat up to? The last member of the party steps out of the shadows. She must have been waiting for you. She's clad in a black business suit, and she nods to each of you. Thanks for joining me. I know what each of you is risking just by being here. But you're all people the whistleblower considers trustworthy, and they've tasked me to give you an assignment that will save a great many lives, if you can pull it off. If you fail, those lives will be lost, and President Grace will move forward as the uncontested tyrant of the United
I
States.
spit.
Yeah. She smirks. I know that as a country, we haven't been united on anything for quite some time, but without you, we'll be truly lost. She puts out her hand, and this miniaturized holographic projector kind of statically, ripples, and you begin to see an image of soldiers carrying large crates of what you see on the side of them is sort of like live ordnance, ammunition. These crates contain ammunition used by the remaining National Guard units in the U.S. Since the presidency started relying upon the police force to enforce the law, President Grace has attempted to consolidate all the military power so that the police force is under his absolute control and has total authority. So far, the states have refused to consolidate their National Guard units as the president demands. The image shifts, and you see a lot of these crates being loaded onto boats near the Hudson. These units are being stripped of their rifles and ammunition under the guise of being upgraded and modernized. But the states are unaware that they're losing their only line of defense against the Grace administration. If President Grace has his way, these arms that you see being loaded on those boats are going to be dropped in the Manhattan Maximum Security Penitentiary. The MMSP, as we call it. If all of the ammo and weapons reach the population of Manhattan, it will spark off a brutal and massive conflict on the island that will end with tens of thousands dead. We need you to go to the island, intercept the ammunition, and learn the full extent of President Grace's plans before midnight tomorrow. That's when the biggest firefight of 4th of July will begin. And all the people of New York, guilty as they may be, will suffer. But worse, President Grace will have all the power in his hands. You've only got 24 hours. If you accept this mission, we've got the technology to get you to the island and get you inside. It's of course up to you if you wish to refuse. I can't stop you. But you should know this is only the beginning of Grace's ambition. No one will be safe.
You see my character take out a cigar you didn't know he had.
Like,
I don't know anything you have, except naps.
Didn't seem light is what I meant. I've never been a fan of the 4th of July, but I am a fan of Independence Day.
All right, take inspiration.
Does Martin have the inspiration?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Just so you know, those of you who, I don't usually host the show, those of you who are watching for the first time, but I will always reward cheesy puns and bad lines, especially in an Escape from New York evening. All right, so what are the rest of you thinking? What are your questions? She's just known as the proxy. She doesn't give you a name, she's the proxy. She's sort of looking.
All these stage names, this isn't what I expected, but I guess we can go along with it for now.
I guess what were you expecting?
That's a great question. I was just expecting to meet people to where maybe they want to party.
If knife doesn't work for you, my friends call me Blade.
The Blade, I like that.
But you're not my friend. Yeah.
Well, I'm this far in, I suppose. All in. Yeah,
I
let's
don't
do this.
really. I don't feel like we have much of a choice. Somebody needs to do something.
That's why the whistle. Oh, time's up.
Time's up. Good game, everybody.
Good, nice.
Good game.
That is why.
I put it on Do Not Disturb, so I don't.
Your alarm.
Is someone calling you?
No, it's his alarm.
Is your alarm going?
It's my
on?
medicine
It's his
alarm.
medicine.
You're learning all kinds of stuff.
So you're gonna go into New York, and your mission is to find out
Did you unpause?
what the
that?
plot is that President
Yeah,
Grace
unpause.
has in mind with this ammunition.
Technomancy got out.
Are there any questions you have about what you're being asked to do?
Yeah, how exactly will we be getting to the island?
Great question. We have an elite fusion-powered submarine with just enough power to get you to the pier undetected, and it will wait there and then take you out once you've accomplished your mission. You only have 24 hours, and she hands you all, if you didn't already have one, she gives you all matching digital watches. Really
Yeah.
fancy. This is like 1988 Casio
Are they like Power
technology.
Ranger? Like,
Are they all different colors?
can I like talk through?
No, those would be Swatch watches, which are also cool. No, these are all just solid, sort of bright gold metal.
Oh.
Big digital
oh,
faces.
swatches.
Gold
so-
digital watch.
Do we have
That's how
any
you know it's high tech.
any leads or a plan when we get
Yes,
there?
thank you. That is a good question. So far, the only allies that might be willing to help you are Big Zed. Big Zed.
Yes.
I don't know what you think is so funny about this Blade.
One of my friends call me Blade.
Mr. Blade.
Apparently it's Mr. Knife.
Big Zed is the one that's been leaking us information about Jim the Jester. Our intel informs us that Jim the Jester is the one who's got power in Manhattan. That ragamuffin, that rakish ne'er-do-well Snake Plissken, he took out the Duke, who was in charge of Manhattan, and Jim the Jester filled the void. He's holed up in Rockefeller Plaza.
Sounds like a real clown.
He is a real clown. In fact, I should let you know, his group, his posse, they're called bozos. But they're no laughing matter.
That's some real Clockwork Orange type shit, you know?
So Big Zed is on the inside with Jim the Jester. If you can get to her, she might be able to help you. There's also a gang leader that we've heard good things about. And by that I mean she at least seems to be pushing back against JJ, Jim the Jester. Her name is Haymaker. She's the leader of the Reapers. You make contact with her, she might be able to help you out, but she has no reason to know you're coming. We have no way to communicate with her. Big Zed doesn't have any way to communicate with her. We just know that she's probably on the right side of things.
What's her name?
Her name is Haymaker.
Hey.
It's gonna be like finding a needle.
Okay, so Big Zed and Big Zed and Haymaker are potential allies, but Jim the Jester you gotta watch out for.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We don't know what his involvement is with this plan, but he is the one in charge of
And
Manhattan.
this is happening on the prison island.
Oh yeah. Yep, in Manhattan.
Do people just go to Manhattan?
Well, you can be sent to Manhattan
but
and then
people
you
don't just
never
show-
leave.
but people
It's like
don't
the
just show
Hotel
up.
California.
People don't show up willingly,
No, only prisoners go.
so we need to be stealthy.
Well, so
Or-
we're going to sneak you in. And then once you're in, probably anyone who sees, I mean, you're going to have to figure out how to play it. People are going to assume one of two things about you. One, you've been sentenced there. And if you're an inmate there, they're going to be wondering maybe who you run with. Because if you're going to survive in Manhattan, we've heard that a lot of people join gangs. Or they're going to suspect you're narcs. And if they suspect that, you probably aren't going to last long.
Have there been a lot of other narcs being sent here?
You know, we try not to, ever since that disaster with the president's plane crashing, we have tried not to send troops in, not to send the police in. So no, generally they're going to assume, unless you're wearing, I don't know, like a badge, they're going to assume that you are not the police.
And what would the population of the prison be right now?
Tens of thousands.
Okay.
Tens of thousands. There were some people who actually got caught on the island when the walls went up for whatever reason and didn't escape. They didn't escape from New York.
Oh! Did not see that coming.
So what are we supposed to do with these weapons once we intercept them? I mean, how many are there? There are only 5 of us. Are we supposed to get rid of them? Are we supposed to bring them back?
Or do we just need the information?
Yeah.
It's a good question. So he is bringing them in on boats. So if you can find out where they're coming in, we might be able to stop them on the way. But you're going to have to get to someplace, find out where they're coming in, and report it out to us.
Do we have a way to contact you?
Only through the sub. You'll have to get back to the sub.
Okay.
What if I happen to have a portable radio?
Yeah, you know how those portable radios are. They're good for about a mile.
Yeah,
So
they're-
maybe if you get right under the wall, right at the edge of the wall,
There's probably it's probably comm interference.
Right.
we do have reason to suspect that they have some broadcast abilities. This Jim the Jester, he seems to be a real character, really proud of himself. He broadcasts a sick show called the Carnival. And people who are on the outside of the prison, close enough, they sometimes catch bits of the broadcast. We'll keep an eye out in case you somehow get to that broadcasting equipment.
Do we know how anything works? Like, do they have any type of currency or how they, barter or like feed themselves? Because it's like a city, right? Like it's not like they're farming.
Yeah.
Are they being provided food?
Yeah, they can't just have cows,
Yeah, so these are great questions, and she's sort of looking and listening, but you notice she's starting to kind of also look at her gold watch, right? Like the clock is ticking, and she's like,
The lore is the most important part.
there's a lot of lore to discover. She tells you, so here's what we know. They have developed a culture, and that culture can vary. Some people still take the old greenbacks. You know, they still think the dollar might have some value because they might hope they still get out somehow. But I think it's largely a barter system. If you've got things of value, things to trade, like Mr. Knife Blade, that cigar, maybe that could get you something
Or
inside.
maybe all 6 of those knives.
Or maybe those knives could get you something.
He just buttons up.
As for food, as you know, the Accords of 1994 stipulated that for humane reasons we had to airdrop food in once a month. So there are still rations being airdropped into Manhattan. But we've heard disturbing rumors about the crazies. You know the crazies?
Like, how do they get rid of waste?
No.
Well, they're still sewer. They're still sewers. And that's where the crazies
Like
that's where the
trash.
crazies live.
Oh.
Oh,
And
so
there's
exciting.
rumors that the crazies have taken to a different kind of nutrition, a different source of sustenance.
Well, yeah, what do they do with the bodies?
Insects?
An insect called man.
That's not an insect.
Depends on who you ask.
All right,
Pig.
everyone, we need to form up. Everyone synchronize your watches. Make sure they're all in the same. Listen, I'm a Wetworks operative. I've been in these situations before. And it's just as corrupt in there as it is out here. Synchronize your goddamn watches.
You all put your watches in, yes. And the countdown starts, and you notice when you hit it,
Good job on the
It's-
wet works.
you hit it and it says,
I entertain you. Anybody
Okay.
else?
you click it, and it says 22 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh no! What is this?
We
Your
spent 2
time
hours
is
walking.
your time is clicking. Time is passing. And if we don't get if we don't stop that ammunition, all hell's gonna break loose. The submarine's over there.
You know what this is?
Good luck.
22 hours of opportunity. He walks toward the sun.
I'll follow you.
watched
The
a
kids
lot
have
of-
party started.
I've watched a lot of 80s movies.
All right.
Do you have like a DJ equipment on you?
Oh, wait till you get in the sub. Yes.
Is that on your character?
So just remember this. So you see the sub. You walk to the sub, and it is pretty tight. So you can definitely carry a backpack, things that would fit in a backpack. But we're not talking rocket launchers. It's got to
Yeah,
be
like an
pretty
H.
pretty compact. As you board the submersible, it hits you all at once. You are boarding a ship that's going to take you to Manhattan. Long considered no man's land, even the most hardened among you feel the tension of stepping into the lion's den. But the mission is important, and if you can recover enough information to take down President Grace and save countless lives, it will be worth it. The submersible takes off.
Before we get into the sub, I'm gonna take my shirt off, and I'm going to just on the ground. I'm just gonna rub off my little insignias and
Okay.
just make it really ratty looking.
Okay.
I also look north. I have a loved one out there. That's why I'm doing it.
Out.
I just look
Out
north
there.
into the lake toward Canada.
All right. Submersible takes off, roughly at first, but getting smoother the deeper you get into the Hudson. There are no windows, but occasionally you hear the sounds of objects scraping along the sides of the submersible. And you remember that the entire Hudson River has been mined to keep people from escaping.
Right.
So it's very,
Right.
sweat is just pouring down because it's hot, it's humid. For 10 minutes, you wonder just what's happening in the world outside of your craft. Then you feel the pressure start to subside, your ears are popping, and you know that the sub is approaching the surface. You slowly coast to a stop, and you hear the automated servos of the hatch whir above you, and the hatch opens to the cool night air. As you slowly climb outside,
Oh, can I see if there's anything on the sub I can take?
yeah, give me a perception roll.
10.
You know, one of the seats that you're sitting on says maybe used as a flotation device.
Could it fit in a backpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there like a
Fit in my
captain or
backpack.
something on this submarine?
No, it's automated.
It's automated?
Yep. Yeah, you all barely fit. You're sort of in there with your...
Can I go up? I want to go up to like the automation and I want to, can I do mechanics? And I want to see if this thing's going to really wait for us.
Yeah.
Would we have rations or anything?
Only if you thought you would have brought them.
Shit.
You might.
21.
Yeah, it definitely, you realize, Knife, that there is definitely what would be required for it to make the trip back. You can even see there's like a little sort of radar on the dashboard that indicates location, and it seems as though the location that's been plugged in is where you left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it seems on the up and up.
How do you figure all that out? It's just a PS2 controller.
The most advanced controller in the world at this
What
point.
year did that come out?
That took me a second.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I will say you could all have probably a day's food. You would not carry more than that. Like maybe you packed a lunch because you didn't know how long you'd be gone. You climb out of the sub and you are at Pier 15 in the city that never sleeps. A place that many of you have never set foot in and only seen in old movies. There is a dilapidated wooden ramp that climbs out of the water, and on the pier you see, I mean, you asked about trash, Ivy, and what they do with waste. They just chuck it out the window. There's garbage everywhere. There are rusted out cars. There are, steel cans, steel drums that people are sort of burning fires in. And in the distance, you can see there are people around. You know, I mean, it's a big city. It's still crowded. Nobody's paying you any attention because this place was deserted. But you see off in the distance there are definitely
Okay, so nobody's
people.
seeing.
Nobody's seeing you
So
right
there's no
now.
walls because the mines are in the...
Yeah, exactly. This is how they got you
Got it.
in. Yeah.
Do we know like the submarine's going to go back out?
You know what? After you've all climbed out, that lid closes.
Oh no!
And it just goes back under the water. But you don't see it like go out. It's definitely waiting for you.
Yeah, they're just leaving us here.
Yes.
I'm going to go up to your... What's your guy's name again?
Good idea. Brandon.
What's your name again?
I'm Brandon.
Listen, Brandon, you and I got to stick together. Of all these people, of all these cretins, it looks like you have the most training.
I guess you could say that. Something like that.
I'm concerned about the disc jockey.
So I've got this little black panel that has about 30 different buttons with it,
Okay.
and two speakers on it, right? Real thin,
Are you trying
and
to get mugged?
it's playing techno music.
Can we not?
You probably don't have this in America, yeah.
don't.
We're quite more advanced in Europe.
Are you playing it loudly?
Turn
Not-
that
I'm gonna
for us, not put it out there.
up and try to grab it.
No. I made this myself.
really try to
Put it
grab
in
I
your
mean,
backpack.
the sound. You
I'm
would
gonna-
notice the sound kind of like
I'm gonna
bouncing
gra-
off
I'm gonna
the
try to grab
water.
it.
It's
Just yeah,
okay,
not
so you're
nothing
turning
crazy.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna try to I
You
want to
might be
get this
able
off
to
of him.
trade that for information.
Can I athletics this off of you?
I mean, I wouldn't let you take it,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
can
no,
try,
that's-
yeah.
Okay, so a scuffle begins
Knife's all about this.
on the ramp.
You just stab him.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
rolled an
you got
18.
it. You got
I
it.
take it and just
Hey!
throw it on the
You're such a fucking dick.
just shatter it on the ground.
You're such
You're
an
gonna get us
asshole.
all killed.
But that could have been very useful.
Okay.
I'm so proud I thought of that.
And now we
We
have
are
this
here.
moment.
We are here from stopping the entire nation from turning into a goddamn pile of rubble. Turn the music off. Thank you. Good night.
I accentuate his period by stuffing my shoe into the debris.
Okay, but as you're doing that, I go down and I start picking up the electronics
Okay.
because I feel like they could be useful.
We are in a prison. You're going to get killed.
You didn't even give me a chance to put it away.
Christoph, try this. I'm gonna pull out a brown bag and a spray paint can and blow it into the bag, and just put it up to your face.
I like to look around, but as I do,
It's
I
not
take
my
out
favorite.
my Glock 9mm and I cock it, and I go, shit's about to get real as hell.
As people are just peacefully walking by.
Okay, so you guys are all. You're gelling like the A-Team. Another 80s reference. It's amazing teamwork here. As you're arguing and threatening each other and getting high off of huffing and things that we here at Role Seekers do not condone. You hear voices sort of yelling in the distance, like up off the pier, sort of maybe down a ways. You hear a couple of voices loudly arguing.
What's the story we're gonna say when they ask who we rolled with?
I think if we just stay in a group like this, nobody should really bother us unless they come in a big
Okay,
mass.
but when we're asking questions and someone asks us that, we should probably have a story. Or do you know why are you here?
Right, yeah. I don't know if we want to associate with any particular gang in case.
Do we want to make
stumble
up our
across-
own?
These people only respect toughness. So you gotta be hard.
You see a
have an
mother like
idea of why
breastfeeding
you're-
her baby, like
When they ask what you did to
Guys,
get
I
in
gotta
here,
be tough. I'm in character.
get in here, do you have an idea?
What do you think, Ivy?
I mean, you obviously have probably killed people.
I have a dark past, sordid.
Through a bunch of paperwork.
I have a dark, sordid past.
think
I've
it's
done things I'm not
sorted,
proud
not
of.
sorted.
Oh.
I've done things I'm not proud of. I've done things for President Grace I'm not proud of. I cock it again for some reason. But I'm here to set the record straight.
Hey,
Pick up.
yeah, that's one round out of your magazine, just so you
I'll
know.
go and pick it up.
Thanks, Kevin.
I reload.
It's bonus action.
Well, we should probably just, I don't know, come up with something where the locals will think it's they wouldn't be opposed to us.
Why don't we just say we're part of the crazies, and then when everybody looks at us, they're like, "Well, you're not crazy," and then they'll laugh, and it'll be
Sounds like
fine.
a terrible idea.
That's not a good idea.
Obviously, we're not eating each other, so we can't be the crazies.
Yeah, so why would
Why would we even wanna
these people
associate?
lie?
If you make them laugh, they might,
I think that we
Help
say that
us.
we're farmers and we're looking for heyday.
Or we just barter, and I pull out also a bag of drugs. We can just pay off
pockets?
people, but
Stop away.
Jesus Christ!
it's just party drugs.
Yeah,
It's
but
nothing serious.
the people around here don't have party
Listen.
drugs, and they're going to want it.
Listen.
and they'll
Correct.
pay you for it.
Give
we
me,
get information.
everybody give me a, whatever you have that would resemble stealth.
Oh, stealth.
We are in
I
a
think there is
prison
stealth.
colony.
Okay,
Roll stealth.
I got a nat 1.
okay.
I have expertise. Does anybody remember? Does that
It
give
gives
anything?
you, it gives
Double
you double
proficiency.
proficiency.
Oh, great.
But it says I only have a 5 in stealth. Can I up that? Because it does say I have expertise.
Yes, you'd
It
have,
would already be
you'd have
included.
9. So it's 3, and your proficiency is also 3.
That's what I
twice.
thought.
Yeah,
okay.
it'd be 9.
So I'm going to up that to 9 then. I'm the
Mine was
charming.
already.
Ooh! 1t8.
Okay, but the rest of us are not being quiet. So.
No, you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 7.
Can I like stealth out as he's
Wait, how does
pulling out drugs?
how does the group roll thing work? Because it's different in this group rolls.
Look it up.
Anyone?
Not the DM.
Anyone?
You brought it
We're
up.
all learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's gonna probably be. I'm happy to give it the lowest roll, since you are a group. And this was not a group check. It was really to see if anyone hears you. And,
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So somebody sort of comes. I ain't seen you around here before. Who are you?
It's a big city.
Well,
Where'd
you
you come
see, Hugh,
from?
I got some paint. You want some? I'm going to spray more into the paper bag.
You're just giving that stuff away for free?
When in Rome.
What's Rome?
I'm going to give him the bag.
He's new here. Just enjoy it while you can.
Oh wow, that's like the good Desco stuff. Where'd you find that?
It's passion fruit orange.
That's great. Well, if there's anything I can do for you, just don't ask.
Hey man, one more hit. Do you know anything about maybe the Haymaker or Big Zed?
I never heard of a Big Zed, but yeah, the Haymaker. Whew. She runs with the Reapers. She's bad. She's bad news.
Where can we find her?
You know, her crew tends to get around a lot. They like their wheels. They're always skating around on their wheels. So I don't know. But you know, everybody hangs around out by the marketplace, you know, down at the skating rink, the old skating rink.
Could you point us in the direction of this rink?
I don't know. Throat's feeling a little dry.
Give him another hit.
Yeah.
Porky.
I'm just gonna spray the can in his face.
Ah, my eyes!
Why would you do that?
What
That's
are
not
you
how
doing?
you do it.
What are you doing to me?
Now take a puff.
Are you crazy?
Now take a puff.
Yeah, just try it. It's new. He's fresh from the outside.
It's that way, but be careful. Be careful. I thought I heard a couple bozos.
Do you have any wheels?
What do I look like? The Duke? No, I don't got wheels.
The Duke's dead.
I heard he was dead. Anyway, it's that way. And if anybody asks you, you never saw me. You never heard of me.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Sounds right.
See how easy that is, Dustin?
We're not gonna build a whole lore book for this one off.
But
Why don't you just call me Painter?
Ooh.
I like how everybody has titles instead of names.
All right, so there are the direction he pointed you is sort of down the wharf, and it is in the direction you hear this sort of arguing still happening.
okay.
So, like, as we're walking, I would look at the group, just kind of be like, guys, look, I'm all about freedom. I'm all about you being who you are, but you can't put us all in danger like that.
You sound like a narc.
You know, I would have just turned it off if you asked, but you didn't even give me a chance. You just smashed it.
I'm not even sure if you're talking about us being loud, him spraying that man with paint, or him playing the music, or all of it.
I would
Honestly,
have-
I think he probably belongs here, so he'll fit right in. But you, I expect more.
You could have just give me a moment to shut it off instead of ripping it from my hand.
You had
did
that
you
moment
come-
before you turned it on.
Why did you come to this country? I don't get it.
That's awfully bigoted of you.
No, it has nothing to do with your. It's just you specifically. Why do you?
Okay. So, in West Germany, right, with the whole Vita Bunker, I made a friend from the east side of Germany. He's actually from Russia. And his name, DJ Blattman, yeah, he has these connections. This man in the Middle East sells drugs. His name is Johnny Chimpo. And by coming... and
Is this legitimately
No.
And by...
Like Trevor had like a 3-page backstory.
I did. I'm trying not to laugh through this.
Johnny
And
Chimpo.
you see, we needed more funds for the Vita Bunker. So I came to the United States in order to, sell this. I'd take out the bag of drugs again. There's all sorts of different things, and also sell my catalog of music. I'm already quite big in Europe, but here, I was trying to expand our
So
horizons.
do you make these scientists the drugs?
I was gonna say, I think that there's a pre-structured trajectory that we need to go.
Yeah.
And this is taking us in a whole different direction.
We have a very limited time.
No, yeah, I was,
Yeah,
No,
actually,
I'm
you
not-
hear
I would say we're walking.
There's a little bit beep as
I-
like your watch ticks an hour.
Okay, well, we're walking.
all at the
Okay.
same time.
As you make all at the same time, you hear these two men shouting. The quiet of the island, with only the wind blowing through the buildings and the swaying of nearby trees, makes the eerily quiet atmosphere until shouts break out. And you can see, unless you're like walking down the middle of the street, these two gentlemen won't notice you. They are staring. You see two guys standing over what looks like an old municipal wiring box, and they've got this big black box next to it. So like they've gone to a power box. They've got this big box next to it. One man is wearing a top hat with a smiley face button attached to it, and epaulets like he was the ringmaster of a circus, and he's like shouting at the other guy, come on, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. Those crazies could come out any second. And you see this guy look up from the box, and his face is covered with sweat and grit, and he's got these big, thick glasses on, and he's holding these wires, and he's got a candy-striped long-sleeve shirt on. Hinkle, I told you this would take a few minutes. I don't know if they turned the power on yet, and I don't want to get fried. Better than you than the crazies get you, Dinkle. I heard they're absolutely savage now. I heard they ate all the rats they used to live down there below, and they're desperate. If we don't get out of here soon, we're gonna miss the big broadcast. So this is what's happening. These two guys, Hinkle and Dinkle, fighting over some sort of electronic device with an old
These guys might
municipal
have
wire.
information that we need. What do you think?
They look dumb.
I mean, we may as well ask the first guy who just randomly walked up to us with some useful information.
One of them.
so-
One of them. We only need one. I want to scan the area to see if I could turn that power system on while the guy's holding the wires. Does it attach to anything?
Give me like an engineering check or whatever that would be.
Mechanics would that?
Yeah,
be?
that would be good.
I want this. Please find information.
It's not there.
Well, 17 plus mechanics 2, so 19.
You know, you're looking, and you can tell that probably the reason they're willing to do this is wherever the power gets turned on, it's not here. Like you recognize, there's probably an exchange system somewhere, or a transformer station somewhere else that would trigger the power here. They're just seeming to get something ready, and you can't tell from this distance what it is.
If we go up there and things get hairy, will you guys have our back?
Well, I mean, if you get some water and maybe since the electricity's still on, you can just splash it on him and you get shocked.
Yeah, how about, does anybody have any
why-
skills that might help them out with whatever they're doing? I mean, if we get on their good side, they might be able to help us out. I can definitely stay.
are we
I'll stay
friends?
back though. I'll stay back and kind of just keep an eye on everything. And
Yeah, I can take a look at it.
I also have this, and I pull out my bag. I pull out a fencing helmet.
I almost did that.
Wow.
Literally, the duelist has a fencing outfit. Maybe I could be a clown in their show. And I put the fencing helmet on.
Wait until you learn what I got as a LARPer.
What?
That's
Are
your
you a
profession?
LARPer?
There's a LARPer background.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But we were given backgrounds.
The background I was given was actually my profession,
Oh yeah, maybe we were just.
so I don't have a.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, mine was too. But
I'm a
it's
computer
really-
expert, so I would know electricity, so I could take a look.
So your plan, I just want to make sure I understand, your plan is to just walk on up to these guys.
A couple of people who are skilled with this general area might walk up and offer help for maybe information, while at least me, and I hope a few other people might kind of just stay back, maybe around the corner in the shadows, make sure nobody's creeping up on us, because they're obviously...
The two of us can go and talk to him.
What color is
You got electricity background?
Yeah.
What
I
color is your
I
fencing
can
hat?
I could take on any disguise that I need to
Under
Yeah,
your
you look
fencing
like
helmet.
it.
under my fencing helmet.
What color is your fencing helmet?
White, I guess.
White.
I don't
So
know.
feisty.
Should we sprucing up that helmet a little bit, making you look a little bit more in town?
Please, but do it well.
What flavors do you have?
I got a whole lot of flavors.
I think a nice tutti frutti. would be
That's
good
what I
for
was
you.
thinking. Honest to God.
Just like a white with speckled little dots and.
I got just the thing. I'm gonna pull out a black and just spray paint it all black.
That's not it.
All right, make a
I only have 3 colors.
make a reflex save since he sprays that right in your face.
Yes!
You're wearing it. Just to see
What do they
close
call it?
your eyes
Mad
in
Max
time.
chroming? Is that what they
Freaking
call
on
it?
fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Witness me!
Rolled a 25.
Okay, yeah, you see him, that can coming. You close your eyes tight as the paint goes all through the little grate, and you're fine now. It's all colored.
That's
What-
going to be a pretty sweet camouflage on your face after.
And then watch this. I'm gonna like a neon green.
I'm not gonna let him do that. Okay.
he doesn't want you to paint it.
Sure.
All right, so I've got these two. Are you going up too, Pig, Porky?
No, I
No,
am.
I'm good.
You are? The 3 of you. Okay. So you three.
Are you coming up too?
No, I'm staying in the
Jason
back
too.
somewhere.
Just these two.
I'm gonna be hiding around the corner, and I'm going to have my hand in my sling bag, just kind of.
So my
right
gun
there.
is holster, but I'm like concealing one of my combat, my real combat knife. I have 6 knives, but I have 1 combat knife.
Okay. So you step out into the moonlight and you start walking down the street towards them, and Hinkle looks up and immediately he's got a 9mm in his hand. Whoa, 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 whoa! You just step back! You just step back! What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
No need for that.
And his other hand, he's reached out. He's got a walkie-talkie. You just step
We
back.
saw you were having some trouble. We wanted to come offer help.
I want to do a performance too. I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
perform.
Who the hell are you?
We're just some.
What makes you think the bozos need help?
It really looks like you're
So
having trouble.
I'm just gonna go. Hey guys.
All right. I'm gonna give you a +1 on that.
Holy
wait,
shit.
performance. 19.
All right, I'm gonna give him. I mean, you guys came out of nowhere. They didn't know anybody else was, from the crew is out here. So I'm gonna give him a check on this.
Am I still okay? Technomancer? I said that.
All right. Why don't you lose a mask? Lose a mask.
Oh, I don't have.
You wouldn't ask me. I wouldn't ask you to take off your persona. Why are you asking me to take off mine? I'm the fencer. I'm one of the bozos.
Who sent you?
JJ.
Looks at.
You think Jim sent? You think the jester sent him?
And
He wants the show to go off without a hitch, and you're two bozos, and I mean that in the derogatory sense, are taking way too damn long. So we got the mechanic here to fix things up for you.
all right. So Dinkle looks over and he's like,
I don't know. It seems like they seems legit. He seems like he's on the up and up, and I really don't know what to do with these wires. I think, and the crazies could come here any second. Maybe you should let them.
Yeah,
All right.
get out of the
All right,
way.
step
Get out
up.
of the way.
Step up, but I'm keeping my eye on you guys until I know a little bit more about you. But yeah, if you think you can get this thing going so we can get the hell out of here, that'd be great.
Come on, Saffron.
Yeah. I don't want to play with you anymore. Oh yeah, 18 plus 11, 29
All right,
in
so
computers. So I'm pretty sure that'll translate.
you realize that this is, and actually this is perfect that you would figure this out, Christoph, because it's an amplifier. This large box, it's actually like a massive speaker system, and you're sort of looking at it, and you realize that it's a big speaker system, but there's no real bass or subwoofer. Any sound that would come out of this would be incredibly high pitched and obnoxious, just really annoying sound.
Okay.
And I want to tell the rest of you who are watching, you notice that sort of like from, like a couple people have sort of stepped out of the doorways. Some people are looking through windows. Like, they were kind of hiding out maybe when the bozos were arguing, but now there's like 4 people out on the street. People are starting to kind of notice, pay attention.
Yeah, we're going to have a real big party with this, aren't we?
Oh, and Hinkle and Dinkle both laugh. The biggest. You know what this is gonna do to the crazies? Whew! And then the guy's like, shh, don't say it.
I bet it's gonna drive them crazy.
Crazier than normal, that's right.
Wow. And do you think that the normies will be okay? I don't know. This seems pretty big.
You mean,
The crazies in the
who
normies.
cares about the normies?
Yeah, who cares about the normies?
This is very.
Yeah, what? You going soft? Saffron, softy, saffron. I like that softy saffron.
Yeah, you know what? We could just.
Honestly, it's pretty good.
I know.
The 3 of you who are watching, give me perception checks.
Yes. Happily.
I don't know if this is gonna be pretty decent. Wisdom, yeah, pretty decent.
16.
30, 20.
Okay. You're watching this scene, but you thought you saw out of the corner of your eye there had been like a dirty, sort of ragged person staring out a window, and you thought you saw them like suddenly fall backward out of sight.
What do we do? It seems like we have to get out of here.
I'm going to go up to that building and just press myself against the wall and see if I can get any sort of look into this window, just like through the corner. Just
Where he thought he saw the person disappear.
Yeah.
It's give me a perception check.
Sure.
It's dark in there.
I have dark vision.
Okay, 26.
You have dark vision. you know, like you're being careful. You're sort of looking. There's a little bit of moonlight goes through the window. You see like 4 figures like hunched over another figure on the ground, and you can't see exactly what they're doing, but the gestures are like this.
Gotcha.
Oh no.
We don't see
Yeah.
that.
I kind of like just slyly come over on the other side of the window and look at you.
Hey pig, what you looking at?
The crazies are here.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, we should go.
A scream from somewhere down the block breaks through, and Hinkle and Dinkle are like, "Come, we gotta go, man! Come on, we gotta go!"
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go
What-
check it with JJ.
What time of day is it?
It's night. It's
night.
probably like midnight.
Okay, so
And now you're hearing more screams, and right down the street, you see a manhole cover flip off, and coming out are like 4 almost naked, mud-covered humanoid figures who are almost on all 4s, lunging towards you. Roll for initiative.
This is fucking I Am Legend.
No, dude, it's Escape from New York.
Yeah.
It's Escape from New York. Yeah, keep the IP straight.
Got it. Ooh, all right. I'm like rolling really well.
Stop.
It doesn't matter.
I'm rolling well now. Just stop. For breaking my DJ, my music maker. I built that.
All right, guys, are we
I don't
fighting if
respect
we're
it.
running?
It's not pre-gen.
You would.
Are we fighting or are we running? If we're fighting, it's going to be loud.
Yeah, we run.
We're not even near them.
they're
Are we
running
like?
at
Are
us.
we like close enough to them?
No, they said they stayed way far away.
Oh.
I think he was
Just around the corner.
Oh, like are you yelling to us?
They're running
Yeah,
at.
I mean-
are they running at them or us?
I mean, they are running at them right now.
Does anybody know how many? Oh, I'm sorry. No,
That's okay.
How many
separate
what?
question. Like how many bullets do we have? Like
depends
To
on
my
the
understanding, it was like unlimited bullets, but like for the guns, you can only have so many so many rounds before you have to reload.
Yeah.
okay.
And reloading is either an action or a bonus action, depending on what all the stuff that you do.
So like if I have a
So you have, if you
I
have,
have a semi-automatic weapon,
so you've got what, 8
rounds.
8 rounds.
do I make 8 attacks?
No, it's just however many attacks per action that you normally get, and then just however many turns until you're out of ammo when you have to reload.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Making sure.
Here we go.
I forget. You have surprise.
Kevin,
Okay.
what's your number?
I am. Oh, that's right. I am at 16.
Okay. And Eli?
30-20.
We are using our initiative trackers from our normal campaign. Everybody, Allie.
15.
Okay. And Trevor.
12.
Okay. Dustin.
19.
Nice.
I
Okay.
get to add my charisma to my initiative.
It's so different to be back here. Okay, so you see the two, Christoph and Knife. You see the two bozos are like, the other guy's drawn a gun too, another 9mm, and they're like looking around wildly. Porky, you are first though.
All right.
And you're seeing like climbing out of the sewer, there are like these 4 guys and they're sort of like galloping towards your friends, but you're also starting to hear other screams and glass breaking kind of all around the street.
I don't know what it is.
I have a D18. How do
So
D18. Oh, I think that's supposed to be D8 because mine also said D18, and I double checked.
Yeah, it's
the
gotta be
weapons
a
and it's
typo.
D8.
Oh, okay, D. It's like time to get some DCC dice.
that's even funkier than DCC.
I was like, I've got mine in my car somewhere.
Eli, what are you doing?
So the building across from us.
Like all the way across the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we hear any screaming from there?
No.
Make or break it. I say we go for that building. And I'm going to start running towards it.
So you are going to sprint across the street.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a New York street, so it's pretty wide. I'm gonna say you can double move, and you're gonna get to the other side of the street. You can't get into the building yet, but you just book across the street, and you look either way, and you see that sort of further into town. Maybe it's clear, but you're seeing sort of crazies coming out everywhere else. But you get to the other side of the street. Dustin. Yeah, can we have some action music, Technomancer? Techno Dustin?
I'm trying. Okay, can I get a general? So are there like 4 people charging us?
Yes.
And the 2 guys behind us, are they running or like are they still there with us?
The bozos?
Yeah.
They have not started to run yet. You see, they've both got their guns out, and one seems to be like getting ready to talk into a walkie-talkie.
Okay. What type of gun do they have?
9mm.
So same as mine. Okay. I'm just trying to think like, do I have the impression that they're gonna like run?
I don't know.
Okay. So I'm going.
They are definitely nervous and unhappy with the situation.
Okay. So, well, this seems like a pretty precarious situation. My guy's gonna take out his 9mm, and he points out at the lead guy that's closest. In your experience, do they run from gunfire? And I'm gonna try to fire into the head of the lead one. I'm gonna fire twice.
Of the...
Crazy.
Oh, okay. All right, give me an attack roll.
Fire. Here it is.
And I'm not sure if I can I have my knife out too, or can I only have one weapon at a time?
If you have, if the pistol is a light weapon, so you can. Well, that's just for guns. I'm sure you can.
I'm almost positive your
wheels.
Glock is going to be considered.
But I know
12?
I know the
First
pistol is a light weapon.
And you get 2 attacks at this. A 12 will definitely hit.
And then the second attack is 22.
Yeah, they both hit.
And I'm aiming at the same guy.
Okay.
So that's 10 damage and 3 damage.
How does it go?
I just want to he's too accurate for he like alarmingly accurate, fires 2 shots right into the lead guy's head and he just collapses. Like, yeah, that's it.
Okay. So you do that. It's like amazing marksmanship, and both Hinkle and Dinkle look at you. They look at your weapon. Yeah. And Brandon.
All right. Well, 2 bolts seem to do pretty well. I will pull out my MAC-10 submachine gun. And I will, on full auto, lay down suppressing fire as everybody runs.
Okay.
So that means everybody in a 30-foot wide target area, and all of the area leading up to that 30-foot, anywhere within like 200 feet of me or something stupid like that. Unless they have effective total cover, they are automatically hit by the suppressive fire, which requires no attack roll, and this can't be a critical hit. But nobody's ahead of me because they're still running towards us. So, yeah, suppressive fire on the 3 that are coming at us while everybody else runs away. I'm just kind of allowing everybody to get past me and to get out of here.
So you kind of like stepped out into the street to see where those dudes are coming, and you're okay.
Laying down fire.
And so you said there's no to hit rolls, just damage,
Correct.
basically.
Yeah. Area between any combatant in the field of fire who is not behind effective total cover is hit by the suppressive fire.
Okay.
And so for me,
So they can take the NPCs and us. There's the take cover action, right? Which
I'm in front of it, but yes, there is that.
Yeah.
But they have to be on their turn, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
but they are not behind any sort of cover, and that is a.
He's just mowing.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, these are weird. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
this is
send it.
that's a 12. Sorry, I just got these new dice, and they are
My guy feels pretty bad.
all not.
You're rolling with new dice. Come on.
I know. I'm
Twice,
sorry.
right?
What?
The first one like goes through his head, but then the
New
second one
character,
goes
new
through the same hole.
All right, everybody.
Just thinking like simple,
Everybody
like,
takes
just
10 damage.
Dead on.
Okay, so
just
blood
done.
just explodes from all of these crazies, and you not only like mow down the 3 that had climbed out, you mow down the 4 more who were climbing behind them, which slows down the 8 that are behind them. Now give me a D4 roll.
Absolutely. That is. We got 4 sides. There we go. That is a 1.
Okay, so behind them, you see one person, probably, a woman, maybe in middle-aged, holding like a bag of goods, like fall to the ground dead as your machine gun fire like rips her body in half. But yeah, it is clear for the moment behind you, and Ivy, you see this now, like just blood and bodies falling, but more coming. And now there's another sewer grate that's popped up, and more
From
people
where?
climbing out.
From like a different area?
Yeah.
Behind us?
Everyone run! I can't
I
keep
mean, you
this
could
up.
still try and get kind of in the direction that Porky was running.
I don't care.
Okay.
What do you mean?
You could get down the street. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, this sewer grate's here. Where's the other sewer grate?
All right. I should have had it. So let's just imagine they were here in the street. You guys were hiding here. The street here. This is the street that's clear. Like, this grate popped open. This grate popped open. Porky ran across the street here. So you could run past the bozos. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. So yeah, I think we should get out of here, and I'm just gonna run right behind this man with the big machine gun.
Okay.
And just kind of take cover behind him.
Yeah, and the noise now is deafening, right? Between the gunfire and the screams and the crazies, and you actually, for a moment now, also hear like the bozo is shouting something into his radio. It's the crazy's turn. Let me see. Okay, so Porky, you would run across the street to that other building. Something from like a drainage thing, but look, something tries to grab your ankles. Misses. You like sort of dance your feet around, and they're not able to get a hold of you.
Please kill him.
But another one comes crashing through the window, and he is. They don't seem to really have weapons, except that it's as if they've never cut their
nails?
fingernails and they've just sharpened them.
Oh my God! It's Chuds.
Yeah, that's so hot.
This would be a 9.
Cannibals
to
and
hit.
humanoid underground dwellers.
Okay, so yeah, sort of scrabbling at you, but cannot do it. Christoph.
Okay. Who's the closest crazies to me? The ones who just came out after.
Probably at this point, yeah,
Porky?
because
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out this thing that looks like a Molotov cocktail, and I'm gonna chuck it because you said they fell back into the window.
They came
Or
out of
they
it.
They came out of the window, yeah.
Okay, so right at the base of that window, I'm gonna chuck this. Just say, yeah, I think it's time to get this party started, and I'm just gonna.
Time for a roast.
You just hit.
just an ill-timed gasoline fight, and then you have a.
Are you throwing it in the window or are you throwing it at
I love roasted pig.
He's shooting a
Are you
fireball.
grappled by them?
No, it was not able to grapple him.
No, but he's still like by the window. Are you throwing it past him?
To the side.
Hey, let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Throw that Molotov.
Inside. So, okay, the way that I'm assuming that this works just like the grenades, because it's almost identical. So basically, the DC is a 5 to hit where I want to go.
Okay.
And then if I'm lower than a 5, I think I have to roll a D4, and that picks north, south, east, or west of where I would miss.
Okay.
Except for the game master says I don't care.
Let me see.
Or you pick.
I mean, don't roll less than a 5.
It
Isn't that
is an 8. Is an 8.
Okay.
So I would do it to the side to try to get them in the splash. And it's a 10-foot radius.
And it does ignite, right? It's already burning. So yeah.
Yeah.
The glass breaks, gasoline or petrol flies all over the building, flame erupts, you stumble away from it, and you see those figures fall back.
Perfect.
The crazies who had clambered over the bodies of the ones that Brandon had hit, they're running towards you. They will be on you the next round if you don't do anything. Hinkle looks at Knife and says, Nobody without epaulets gets to pack heat like that. I don't know who you are, but you're going down. And he takes a shot at you.
Oh!
Is he within 5 feet though? Does that give him disadvantages?
Yeah, what did we decide?
If we're just going by 5e rules, then if you're using a ranged attack within 5 feet, then it'll be a disadvantage.
Okay, then yeah.
Unless you're John Wick.
Okay, so he will miss. And the other guy.
I would like. Oh, so he's not. He's shooting ranged. So he's not melee.
No, yeah, he's shooting a ranged weapon at you.
Okay.
He's shooting his pistol at you. The other guy who was working on the machine just takes off running, and he's shouting into his radio, "The crazies are here, and there's some new gang in town. They've got guns. They've got freaking machine guns, man! Freaking machine guns!" He's running, and you notice as he's running that he's got shoes that are like size 18, like clownish Ronald McDonald shoes. They're just flapping as he runs. All right, we are back to Porky.
I'm gonna move 30 feet towards Kristoff
Okay.
and the guy that just shot at Blade. I'm gonna pull out my MAC-10.
Okay. All right, so you're running towards them. You pull out your MAC-10.
Yeah, I will burst fire. So using 3 bullets. Burst fire, so I'm gonna.
So you roll a disadvantage, but if you do hit, then you get an extra damage die onto it.
12. So 12 and a. So it's gonna be a 6 plus 9, 15.
All right. That sounds pretty good. Let me see here. Uh, 15 will hit.
Yeah.
I'm actually better on my fists.
7, 12.
But you have a lot of knives.
19.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how it goes.
Are you better with your
So I'm still I'm steamy from the Molotov. I run over, I pull up my MAC-10, and I'm just like, get down! I'm just gonna hip fire it.
All right. And yeah, you see Hinkle, his body just like vibrating as each bullet hits him, and then he says, "That wasn't funny." And he falls down, face first, he's dead.
The one who tried to shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you back.
And it is Knife's turn. And I should tell you, there are crazies just coming all over the place.
Is it a free action to pick up the weapon, or is that a?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna scoop down and pick up the second gun and
Yeah.
like, just pop like so. Well, I've got a knife in my hand, so hang on.
Yeah, and you have the-
Okay, so the guy's not there. So
the other
I'm-
one's run.
I'm gonna put the knife away and grab the gun, and as I do, I'm running 30 feet away from the crazies that are chasing me, and then as I'm running, I'm the guy with the walkie-talkie. I shoot him.
All right, I'm gonna say, unless there's like a feat I don't know about, will you roll a disadvantage because you're running, he's running.
So I was gonna run 30 feet and then shoot him.
Oh, so you're gonna run and then stop.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
that's-
All right. Okay.
Or shoot him and then like no, I'll run 30 feet so I get closer
Okay.
to him and then shoot him.
Okay.
So, I get to shoot twice. So
Even if
19.
you've picked up something and
I don't know. So that's why I won't pick it up because
Okay.
I won't pick it up because I got a knife in my hand.
Okay.
I'll just run 30 feet and shoot him
shoot twice. Okay.
So 25 and nat 20.
All right.
Oh my lord.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Yeah, roll your damage.
I'll do the first one first. So 3.
All right, so he stumbles as the bullet hits him, but he's somehow still running. Those big shoes flapping.
And then 7 and
6.
13 and 15.
All right, that might be enough. Tell me what happens. You're shooting. He's running away from you. Big shoes flapping. What happens?
So I'm hoping that like as the first bullet hits him, he like kind of turns back, and as the second bullet, it goes through his walkie-talkie into his head. So I just blow the walkie-talkie.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, it was-
Okay, so his
Like,
walkie-talkie
that's
is.
the only thing I'm trying to do on my turn. Don't blow up the walkie-talkie.
I don't want to be able to
Wait,
talk to him.
Walkie-talkie's
Sorry,
broken.
I
He
feel like we
crashed.
should aim for the walkie-talkie. We need that.
No, he was actively turning as the walkie-talkie got hit. So
And
it
he
was
rolled a nat
unintentional.
20. I'm gonna give it to him.
I could have used that to find out where they are.
Something.
It's not my turn.
This is war.
As you
Like if we.
I did not do that to spite you. I thought I was being smart.
To the main guy,
There are no
the
laws here.
bozos.
Yeah, right. He is down for the count. Nice shot. And it's Brandon.
Okay. I am also going to. They both had pistols, right?
They did.
Okay, I'm going to run up to the one that just fell, and I'm going to pick up that.
Oh, so he's further away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
The one that Porky killed is close to
Okay.
you.
I am going to. So in my mind's eye, I am basically between all the
crazies and the action
and then
behind
everybody.
you.
So
Yep.
I am going to run after the group. I'm going to make sure that I'm still the last one in, but I am going to. You know, that's enough noise already. I'm going to. Can I hold an action? Is that
Yes.
something-
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
All right, I'll go ahead and hold and act because I was going to kill that other guy. No, I'm going to run after the group. I'm just going to stay behind and I'm going to hold an action, an attack, in case something gets close enough to threaten us.
Can you run and hold an action?
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
just ready.
just for the
Yeah,
action.
it just
Okay.
uses up my
All right.
reaction.
So you're like running and you're sort of doing one of these like watching
Yeah,
the
just in
back.
case,
Yep.
right.
Okay. And Ivy.
So I'll just follow you, and I guess we're running towards the other guy.
Yeah,
because
towards
he
his
ran.
body now. Yeah, away
so-
from all the crazy.
So when I get to that guy's body, I'm gonna search his body.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Like a investigate or something.
Yeah. 25.
Okay. So, first of all, you reach in one of his pocket, and there's like a scarf, and you pull it, and you pull it, and you pull it, and you pull it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much scarf it is. And finally, you give up because it's too much scarf. But then you also notice in his pocket there is like this thing you could wear in your hand, and you notice that it seems to have a small battery under it. So it's like a shocking buzzer.
A hand buzzer?
Yeah, yeah. Like
The most
you're doing-
dangerous of weapons.
like a shocking buzzer. And there is like a clip for the 9mm. And you didn't pick up the 9mm, right?
I was working in that direction. You said I was too far away to grab it, so I was.
Well,
just
there were
gonna-
two guns. There's the first one that he didn't pick up.
Yeah, I was just going to pick up whichever one he didn't pick up on my way out.
He didn't pick up
He didn't
any.
pick
No one
either
picked
of
up
them.
any.
I didn't have enough action to do
okay,
it.
okay. I just lost that. Yeah. I'm going to pick up another gun.
That first
Okay,
one.
so the gun's not there, but you could
Yeah.
get the.
He picked up the first gun.
Did you go running to the other body, the one that's further down the street? Then?
Yes, to
Okay.
get away.
All right, that's
Okay,
fine.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the guy
Okay.
with the walkie-talkie that blew up.
Yes,
That's
you get
the
to that
body I
guy.
searched.
Okay, so yeah, you get. He still has this gun, if you want
And he
it.
had the buzzer.
Yep. And the buzzer.
Oh, and if I do get that other gun, I'm gonna put away my submachine gun and I'm gonna dual wield
Okay.
pistols.
I'll pick up the gun, but I don't think I know how to use it. So I have to figure that out.
All right.
Just hold on to this.
So. You had an action ready. You're at the first body, like you stopped to get that, and that's closer to the crazies. And so these crazies are
Okay,
sort
gotcha.
of converging on you. So
Sure.
if you had a ready action to deal with that,
Okay,
it
yeah.
goes.
So with my guns, I will go ahead and pop.
Where
That is. Ooh, that's not. Oh, actually, no, I lied. I got a shit ton for my attack bonus. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Cool.
Would this be-
And then my second one is even higher than that. So that'll be this one will be 7 to hit.
A 7.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, 7 damage.
Oh, okay.
And then the second one is 8 damage.
All right. Both of them drop,
Okay.
and another 3 jump on you.
Yeah.
It would have been.
There is a 14, a 13, and a nat 1.
None of them hit.
None of them hit. So wow, their claws are like What are you wearing? Like leather jacket or what?
Yeah, kind of like a, not quite a duster, but it goes down past my hips. It's just nice and baggy. It's just something to hide that gun.
Okay, and none of them tried to grapple you. Like they were like really sort of. But you should visualize yourself like you stood up, and these people are like trying to tackle you. They're trying to overwhelm you. It's like a swarm effect. Christoph,
My advanced.
you have
combat
not run yet, right?
No, I have not.
So you see, he's right by you now.
Yeah.
He's got these 3 crazies on him. You see more coming down the street, and they're all shouting, and one's like, "Dinner's time! It's dinner time!"
That's awesome. Like Borderlands.
No, dude, it's like Escape.
It's like Escape from New York. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all of these things owe a debt
That's
to Escape
right.
from New York.
I love this.
It's like meat's
This
back
is
on the menu.
so good.
Meat's back on the menu.
All right, let me just double check this real quick. I'm
Love that
gonna
line
use
from
one of my
Indiana Jones.
abilities. Okay. So
Kalima.
I'm gonna run over.
Star Trek.
I'm gonna take a pill. I'm gonna put it in Brandon's mouth. Yeah, you need this. Trust me. I'm as an
There's
actor.
a lot of violation of personal space in this party.
110%.
My goodness.
He's European. It's different.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
It's European. It makes it okay.
So you are going
I
to
lived in
get
Germany.
you gain
Get a visa.
for the next minute. You gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh shit.
Unless you tell me that you're resisting.
Yeah, are you gonna risk? I come up like through the people. I say, "Trust me, you're going to want this."
Even if it helps you, that's never okay.
Oh, dude, it's totally an upper. It's absolutely an upper.
I'm imagining this. I am actively like being like pounced on by these
Yeah.
and you just come in from here. I don't think I even noticed.
Okay.
Perfect.
And again,
He rubs your throat.
I know you've really been.
Just close your nose and rub my
it's-
throat. You'll be good.
It's way stronger than the steroids you used to take when you were on the beat.
Gotcha.
all right. So
All right, so strength checks and saving throws.
Yeah, strength checks and strength saving throws. You get advantage.
For a minute, you said?
A minute, a whole ass minute, and then I'm gonna just fucking
Gotcha.
okay.
Oh, I'm down to 4 bullets.
Oh,
Alright.
you know what? Oh, because I'm level 5, I get that as well. I can affect it with this plan. Yeah, you know, yeah.
one for you.
Yeah. So there we go.
Is this because we're all learning this game? Is this a feature of your character?
Yeah.
class?
So this is okay.
It's
So
one of your plans.
I'm one of the smart.
It's called Everybody Gets
Yep.
Drugs.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm my class.
and you get some drugs.
My class is smart heroes.
Yep.
I'm playing the scientist archetype.
Okay.
So with my own spin on it, yeah, I get to do all kinds of sciencey stuff. So
Yeah, but remember,
Pharma-
kids,
drugs are
Yeah,
bad.
this is-
Heroes
this
don't
is
do
a-
drugs.
This
Right.
is definitely.
Let's
everyday
specify.
heroes.
Yeah.
Don't take drugs from a bag from some person you met an hour ago.
True. So
Even if they're
Let's be
proxy.
specific. Yeah.
with the
Even if they're a coworker.
with the scientist class, actually with most of them, you're given a lot of leeway to roleplay how things happen.
Okay.
So all of this kind of just came together
I can see
yesterday
that.
and this morning, and there's also a section on some of the stuff we're talking about. So that was definitely some inspiration.
I don't know. Like, if I only have proficiency in an improvised weapon, can I even use these weapons?
It's a disadvantage.
That would make sense. Like
You
if it's
do
a
not-
gun, it would.
If we're going by 5e rules, you can still do it. You just don't add your proficiency to the attack.
To the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
the attack bonus.
Christoph, you go running down. So you pop the pill. You go running down the street.
Take one for myself
Yep.
as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Okay.
3 crazies are on you, coming up from the sewers, all around you.
They're just crazy about you.
18, 16, and 12.
Ooh, 2 hits.
Yeah. Two. That first
Yes, I
one.
think I just love my music.
That first one.
You have a
I'm
radio.
going to take a bullet. So I'll use my reaction to. Wait, have we start? Fuck! I used my reaction to hold that action. We
Yeah, you
didn't
did.
restart, did I? All right, sorry.
All right, so these claws go ripping into you,
Okay.
and you said there were 2 hits there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 7 points of damage. As and there's like scraping at you, and it's gross because the 2 that do manage to get a hold of you, they're going like this. Like
So they actually are cannibals.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're definitely
They're chuds.
cannibals.
Trevor, you gave them AIDS.
Cannibalistic.
It's not the 80s, okay? It's a 2001. Porky,
As portrayed by the 80s.
as portrayed by the 80s.
I'm gonna use my plan. Expect the unexpected. I'm gonna have a +4 to my defense, but to show it, I'm gonna like, with the Mac 10 in my hand, turn around, like quickly tie something on my head, turn back around. I have one of those like those dojo
headlamp?
headbands.
Oh Jesus!
Headband?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Surf ninja style.
Wax on,
You're the
wax
Karate
off.
Kid,
I am the Karate Pig.
the Karate Pig. Oh, take inspiration. I will reward that terrible, terrible pun. Okay.
God. I hate your cousin, dude.
All right. What do you? So tell me what you're doing. You draw the gun. You've got your headband on.
I think Martin's part of the problem.
I am part of the problem.
I can't attack. I'm gonna. Or is there any paths like roads that are or like not sideways alleys that are unclustered with crazies?
Give me a perception check.
He ties a
It's a whole
headband.
road unclustered with
Yeah, you could
disease.
run straight down the road. Everybody's running down.
He just ties a headband on his bed,
Nine.
inhales something, and screams.
You can't really tell, because there's so much trash and debris. You can't really tell if there's a clear alleyway.
All right, I'll just run 30 feet then towards.
Well, you
where
can double
everyone else
move.
is going. I use my action.
Oh, okay.
To put
So
on
you
a
go,
headband.
You go running down the street. A knife.
So I'm just like, oh my god, what a shot! take off my fencing weapon. I lay it down. I have black all over my
You
face.
do. Your face is all spray painted.
Just kind of.
Tasting kind of hate
I look back and like, does it look like those crazies are just never gonna stop coming?
Yeah.
Guys, we gotta go. But I catch the bullet this time. I knew it was coming. But I accented my words. There you go. So I'm down to 3 bullets.
You cock the gun, catch the bullet, pop out the magazine, put the bullet back in, put it back
Turn.
in.
No,
Can I bypass my movement to do more stuff with my gun?
can I clean my gun?
I mean, that would be pretty cool, but okay. And then are you?
So I guess I got to survey. Like, is there any place that we could go that would be safe? Like, is there an open house? Like, do I think they're just running the opposite direction?
Jeez.
That's a good question. You know that there have been crazies climbing out of some of these buildings, so you're not sure what you might find if you were to go in one.
This
There-
street is clear.
There
this
is the
way.
possibility of, there's certainly the possibility of running into a building and seeing if you can barricade yourself in. I will say that at least 3 of your group has actually already taken off down the street.
The street that has no crazies.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I went after that guy who was running. So I'm 30 feet away from.
He's close to
us.
us now.
I was close to her. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run 30 feet back, and I'm gonna get down like crouch level with my pistol, and I'll hold. I'll hold for like. So I'm hoping my group's gonna run toward me,
Right.
And then if anything's chasing them, I'll pop shot that one, and I just go this way, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
I mean,
What else am I gonna
like
do?
you get 9 out of
You
10.
can use
so
suppressing
you're good.
fire too, I think.
Yeah, but we
With a semi-auto weapon, as long as you have 8 or more rounds in your magazine.
I have
But then
3
you need to
bullets.
reload.
I'd have to
Yeah.
reload. And is a bonus action? No, I don't think it's a
No,
bonus
for you
action.
it's
For
an
me,
action,
it's an
I think.
action. So you know what? I'll move 30 feet, and because I think that this is gonna get hairy, I reload.
Okay.
So I reload my gun, and I'm just like, I'm trying to get the group to come back. So
Brandon?
I realize my
Okay.
knife's better.
I'm
2 damage die.
yeah, I'm going to
Knife?
with that with whatever's happening inside of my body and whatever just popped into my mouth. I'm going to take both of my guns because they are on top of me.
They are.
And I'm just going to basically pistol whip whatever's and just trying to get away.
Okay.
So.
Just
Lashing out with your the butt of your pistols.
Yep. So if advantage on strength checks, would this be a strength check as an attack? Since I'm doing melee,
No, I don't think so.
It's just
doesn't-
an attack.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
so
you can add it
that
to your
on
attack.
doesn't
average
count
or
for strength.
improvised.
Gotcha. Okay. That one is that's like 29 to hit.
Yeah.
I rolled the exact same thing the second time. This is much less damage. But because no, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. First one is 7 damage, and second one is 6 damage.
All right, these guys are, they are pretty frail, and so one, you see his jaw break as your pistol grip hits it. The other one, you sort of cave in the side of his temple, and as you get up to run, and you're ready for the other guy to jump on you, but you notice that the one surviving crazy looks up at you nervously. Looks down at the 2 guys fallen, and he drops to his knees and starts eating them.
Okay. Christoph, let's go.
Ivy,
Yeah, it's after
You're
you.
running?
Yeah, so has anyone run further than where I'm at? I was by the second guy. Did he keep going?
he didn't. He stopped.
No,
he took
Christoph is with me right now because he popped a pill.
and Knife took a knee to shoot
Yeah.
back. The only one who's probably as far as you are is Porky.
Hey yo.
And you have no one near you?
No, you guys are in the clear right now.
Can I do a perception then to look? It looks clear. I want to look better.
Yeah, go ahead.
26.
Yeah, you're looking carefully, and you see it's probably 150 feet. You hadn't really noticed because, of course, you were busy. It's strikingly clear, and at the end of 150 feet, you see what look like there's some kind of makeshift barricade at the end of 150 feet.
We need to go to that barricade now, and I will dash and use my movement, so it goes 60 feet.
Okay. Let's see. So who's still in the thick of it?
I think me and Christoph.
Well, you got up and ran. So Christoph,
I'd be.
Oh,
and
I
I'd
see.
be.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I've got a couple around me, so I'll.
well, hold on. So they are jumping on you.
Hey, hang on. That was after I went, so I get to turn. And
Your turn is coming up. I got a bunch of crazies.
No, there's 3 before you.
There's crazies before and after you.
Nice try.
They jumped on me after I gave
Nice
them the
try,
pill.
man.
Okay,
Sounds
so
like Laura jumping on
Do
you.
you see both of the black things around your character? Both of the
No,
black
you're seeing
characters?
things.
so one totally
They're black.
I'm not
I
the one
can't
on
see.
drugs.
one totally misses Christoph, but another one is sort of lashing out at your arm.
Unacceptable.
Tears your
4 points. And now you.
Are there any healing classes in this game?
medicine.
There's probably first aid.
There's
I-
there's clergy and
Doctor.
something. Yeah.
I've got
Like,
I've
call
got
me
some
the
healing
doctor.
stuff with the pre-gen.
Healing
I
drugs.
didn't have it. Yeah.
Healing drugs.
Yeah.
Doctor.
But everybody
have a
can
he-
take second wind.
What's your
That's an
hero
action
pin
anybody can take.
status? We
yellow.
had one.
I can find
Yellow.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Page
I'm okay.
224.
Like yellow green. I'm okay.
Okay. It's your turn, Christoph.
So at this point, I'm gonna take the disengage action. I'm just gonna run.
Okay.
So I don't really have too many weapons or anything.
Okay. So you take off, and Knife is there, watching. All the crazies, have been distracted by the ample meat supply that you have laid out before them. It's like a night at the Texas Roadhouse or something. They can just get everything they want. And so, you look back over your shoulder as you're running, and a couple have dragged a body over to one of the burning barrels and sort of put it over to sort of start smoking barbecue, and they're all eating. And yeah, you get to the barricade and you realize that there is a way to sort of easily like clamber over it. It seems like it really was kind of like a dividing line for like some kind of no-go zone or something. So
Yeah.
you get over, and that sound behind you finally disappears, and down. Yeah, you take a moment. You catch your breath. You hear what sounds like a car engine around the next block.
I'm gonna quickly put my guns away.
Are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative now.
I'm gonna pick up my. I would have had to drop my knife to reload, so pick it back up. I'm ready.
So we hear a car engine.
You hear a car engine around the corner.
No, I'm saying you don't.
I advise we get into a building and not be seen by a car.
Yeah, I would definitely. I definitely think we should hide.
Yeah. Put those weapons away too. We don't want all that noise associated with
I've
this.
already put my weapon away.
I spin.
All right, so you put all your weapons away,
Spin it.
Oh.
and again, now it's quiet, but you hear what sound like. And now that you're listening, actually, everybody give me a perception check, please.
When I put my knife away, though, I do that like thing where they like spin it.
Dirty 20.
Like a Western revolver.
Yeah.
14.
Okay,
Oh, what is it? Perception?
yeah.
Just a 10.
17.
15.
Okay, without moving anywhere, just from where you are, you've clambered over the side of the barricade. You're listening. Anyone who got over a 15, you realize you're hearing more than one car engine, and it's like idling. You're not hearing like a race or something. You hear cars idling.
From what direction?
So you've just climbed over the wall, probably that's another 50 feet down the street, and then there's an intersection. You think it's down like to the right, this intersection.
Okay. So a ways away.
Yeah.
Are we anywhere near the marketplace?
Does anyone have a sort of knowledge, anything that would give you a knowledge of New York City? Knowledge, I don't know if there's a knowledge history
Depending
or...
on where I was a cop.
I was gonna say I am a lawyer,
Yeah.
so I probably have maybe like my profession now is not like working in law, but I would think that I've maybe like sent some of these people here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Rockefeller Plaza is famous, right? I mean, it's where the skating rink is, where the Christmas tree goes up. So you have a general sense of where you are. It's probably about another 2 miles into the city.
How long, like, let's say, like, if I'm, like, how long has this been a prison? Like, are any of us old enough to know Manhattan before that?
Yes, it's been a prison. So it became a prison in 1988. It was 2001. So it's only been a prison 13 years. So it depends on how old you are.
Okay. So, but most of us, I mean, we would all remember.
Right, and there were movies, and you know,
Yeah,
like it
so,
was a
like,
city for a while.
So some of us could have lived here previously.
Possibly, if that's what you want to tell me.
I'd like to think I'd start like my first 2 years on the beat. I was in Manhattan driving around, and then
That might be part of why you got this
because
job.
exactly. If I'm old enough to be jaded about everything that I was part of, then I imagine I'm at least 35.
Okay.
I used to live here, but the trainings repressed all of it.
So you think you have a pretty good idea of what both of you have a pretty good idea of where to go.
Okay. We really don't have a lot of time, but it also seems very. Do you think that these crazy people go away during the day?
I imagine they're not out. Number one, where the general populace is. No, they're not well liked. So I imagine if there's enough people who would be opposed to them, they're not going to go nearby. I imagine they'd also, if they live in the sewers, I don't think they'd like to be above ground too much. I'm trying to justify that, you know, it's not as bad as I think it is here, but
Oh, it's terrible.
yeah. But I think when we get away from this area, I think we'll be relatively safe from the crazies.
I just want to be fair. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
New York!
Yeah, how are you not feeling this right now? It hasn't been a minute yet.
Ivy, crazy's a state of mind, not a time of day.
Okay.
You're
That's
never gonna
not-
survive unless you get a little crazy.
Sparkly.
Gnarls Barkley?
That's sealed.
Does there seem to be like subway stations, like any type of public transit that is?
I mean, there are definitely.
that seem like they're running.
No. And I will say, I mean, there are stairs that descend below the street.
But I think it's safe to assume that the crazies would live there if they
Yeah,
live in the
for
sewers.
sure.
It's probably a pretty good. bet.
Yeah.
Do we know where we're going? Does anyone have an idea where the market is?
Yeah, I mean, if I can only imagine it'd probably be at Rockefeller. So
Do you think we need a car to get there?
I think
Yeah,
I think
how-
obtaining a vehicle might be take longer than walking.
Does you think we should just walk? I want to say I'm sorry to everyone. It seemed like that last lead didn't pan out. I was trying to get their walkie-talkie, but I missed.
Yeah, I was also.
well, we
Yeah, it's okay. I like the way you handled your weapon.
no, it's fine. I mean, we're not at
training.
a dead end or anything, so I think we're okay. But yeah, one way or the how far of a walk would I think?
It's like
Ballpark-ish.
2 miles at the most.
Oh, okay. No,
I mean,
yeah, we can jog there and get there in a minute. That'll be fine.
Just remember, we only have so many opportunities.
That's right. And it's a Casio, so you're seeing that red minute sign click digital down. There's no second hand, so you just see the minutes go
Yeah,
by.
I suppose this isn't my favorite form of cardio, but I guess we can go for a jog.
All right, so are you? I told you like at the end of this street, there's an intersection, and you hear engines.
Right.
So you tell me what you're gonna do.
And we have to go that way.
You do.
Can we, as we get closer, can I try to just like look and see if I can see any of the people? Like, are they also wearing the bozo?
Right. So
attire?
you want to look around the corner?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, or see if there's anyone roller skating.
You don't see. So here you don't really see anybody out on the street.
Okay.
But if you want to give me a stealth check to sort of get to the corner and look around, peek your head around.
Okay, you told us what was it? The Bozos were the group that had all the cars. I remember something
I told
being
you somebody
mentioned.
has
Who has
wheels.
vehicles?
Wheels.
Well,
Wheels.
that's what I was thinking.
That's
okay,
the
yeah.
Reapers, man.
Right.
How'd
I'm
you do?
assuming they're roller skating.
How'd you do on that?
it's-
How'd you do on that
the
stealth
real-
check?
so.
Absolutely.
11.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Nobody's really paying attention. You see like 4 sedans. They are covered with circus
old
clown
Mobile.
adornments. They're spray painted gold. There are several bozos who are unloading more of those like amplifier things that you saw. And you see one guy who is like smoking, and you notice he's holding a map.
A map?
Yeah, it
Okay.
seems like he's got a map, and he's like talking to the guys, pointing at the cars, pointing at the things. Right, this one has to go. This one has to go down, downtown. Yeah, there's a bunch over there. There's a whole nest over there. So you make sure you get that one over there.
What do you see, Ivy?
I'll kind of
Yeah.
walk back and I'll tell you guys what I see. I can be pretty convincing if I can talk to one of them.
I can give her backup. Training. It's made me real stealthy. It really has. I could get close without him seeing me. Give you the backup you need.
We know you're not lying. You're just.
But what?
I know you and I have got beef, but I saved your life.
I'm just trying to think of what I should even tell them.
Yeah, I'm not going to be
sure
much
either.
use to you.
So you've gone back, and
Tell him a joke.
you're having this conversation, and you hear a couple of doors close, cars going, and you hear them drive away.
All of them?
Well, and you have to go back.
Yes, there goes the ambush. I thought they were driving away.
We don't know that for sure.
You want to go back and
We
look?
know a vehicle's leaving. I'll go with her.
Yeah, or I'm gonna run out. And I'll just run out like they can see me. Hey, Did you see where that Reaper went?
Okay, so you go running around the corner, and you see taillights pulling away. You see one of those black boxes, and you see the one car, like the two cars have gone down the street. One car, you see the brake lights turn on, and then it reverses.
I want to sneak in, so like, assuming they're gonna pull up to her, I want to be like in a way where I would be like next to the vehicle without them seeing. So like, I want to go around the block. So like, they're coming back to her. I want to be like here, so I could charge the car.
Okay.
And I can go around the block or whatever. But like, is that? I'm gonna stealth.
Wait until they get out of the car.
I know.
Okay. I know you know.
I pull out my combat knife. 24.
Okay, and that's just to hide.
Like it's just my stealth.
Yeah,
So like trying
okay.
to slink.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any. I mean, one rolls down the window, and they've got like one of those bald caps with the bright red hair poking out the side, and a big red nose, and like, well, hello, pretty lady. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Flirt.
What are you doing here?
The same thing you're doing. I'm looking for those Reapers who are stealing all of our electronics.
What the hell are you talking about? What? Reapers? No Reaper's gonna fuck with us.
Have you talked to Jim?
What? Have I talked to Jim? Of course
He
not.
stole my walkie-talkie and I need one now. And I'm going to try, would you say they're non-hostile toward me?
I would say that they are not hostile at the moment because they can't figure you out.
Yeah,
You don't look like a clown, right? There's nothing clownish about your appearance.
No, so I'm undercover for Jim and I need my walkie-talkie.
Undercover? What? Like as what? Like a norm? What is
Obviously.
this? What is this outfit? You look like you just got off the boat, little lady. Did you just get off the boat?
No, but the reason you don't know
You hear the door on the other side of the car open, and another bozo gets out.
You're not
and just
supposed
walk
to
around
know
there.
who I am.
All right, give me like a persuasion, or you had something in mind, I guess, when you were asking me about whether they're hostile.
Yes, I do want to do.
Do I
ability.
see any of them holding a walkie-talkie? Or the two that are out, at least?
Not, I mean, so there's only one guy who's gotten out of the car,
Okay.
and you don't see a walkie-talkie on him.
21 for persuasion.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe you should just. It sounds like you've had a rough night. Why don't you hop on in here? We'll take you back. We'll take you back to the studio.
A very important mission to do.
Yeah, that's right. So you better get in.
I need a walkie-talkie.
We can't give you ours. You know what Jim would do if we came back without our walkie-talkie?
You know-
You lost your walkie-talkie. That's your problem. That's your problem. But if you want to get in, we'll give you a ride back. We're heading back to the market right now.
Can I do a quick perception to see if I can see if they're like listening?
Your team?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
like right.
Yeah, you know he's right. You actually can even sense in your peripheral vision a knife there. Under.
And I said, hey, that would be very helpful. And I put it in my bag and I flash them the bug.
We flash who the
buzzer.
Buzzard.
The clowns?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That like.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, I love that. You know, so you can't beat the classic. Some people say that the splashing, the water flower, the squirting flower, they say that's old hat, passe. I say fuck that. I think you can't beat the classics. Buzzer hand, fart pillow, whoopee cushions. That's the stuff.
Do I assume this guy's the driver?
Yeah, this is the driver who's talking to her. The other guy had started to get around, like had gotten out of the.
So the driver hasn't. The driver is.
No, the driver is talking through the window. The other guy had gotten out and started to move around the back of the car, but then as this was talking, as it sounded more like things were okay. So, driver's here, she's here. This guy got out of the car.
He's walking around.
He started to walk around.
I want to sneak into the passenger seat.
Well, you're over here, right, by her.
No, he went around.
No, because she said she was coming here, so because I thought we came around the corner, so I was. Am I?
I thought you'd be on the side where the driver is. Like he reversed. She
Sure.
came out, so you're like over here.
I want.
But
I
you could.
I want to get to the driver.
Hey,
Okay.
can we take we need to take my partner too.
What? What partner?
I have one partner.
Where?
I see you're not talking about.
I don't see no partner.
He's hiding.
So as soon as she distracts this guy, I want to run up to the driver
Okay.
and just knife the shit out.
Okay.
Where's the other passenger guy?
He's like halfway around the car. He's out of the car or halfway around the car.
I want to hold an action. If seeing him go for it, if I see a walkie-talkie, I want to try and just take it out before they can say anything to anybody on it.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out.
Right.
I know you were hidden. So I think I can.
I was gonna go with them if they would let me bring one of you, but I think we're just gonna steal the car.
I guess they can shoot, right? Like no.
No, you had the knife. You told me, and it sounds like you're gonna try and stab.
That's
I'm gonna
much
say you
more.
get a surprise round. So you jump from the shadows, run to the passenger side where he's like leaning over the window chatting with her, and you're just gonna try and jam your knife in his
Those damn Reapers.
clown-faced head.
There's another one.
So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay, and he doesn't have anything in his hands, the driver?
Just the steering wheel.
Okay.
And he's got like one arm.
Yeah, he's got one arm on the thing.
So I'm gonna.
Did you like stabbing him in the neck?
K-bars.
I just like walk out and just start stabbing him. So I'm gonna use my combat knife, and I'm gonna use disarming. He doesn't have anything in his hand, so okay.
I'd like to alter my reaction. If I
so-
see somebody, I'm gonna. Never mind. I'm just gonna not do that.
13.
A 13.
I can just kill the person instead of the radio.
All right, meets it, beats it. So yeah, like it does plunge into him.
So and then I'm gonna do a second attack.
Okay.
With the knife, which is a 20.
Okay,
And
that'll
then
also
I'm gonna
hit.
punch him in the face with my unarmed bonus action. I can't add my proficiency to this, but I have unarmed.
Okay, let's see how much damage you roll.
I'm gonna do my.
I know.
Man.
Trevor, should I
So,
make it more?
I don't get to
again?
add my proficiency, so. But it's plus 6. No, it's a plus 2. I think it's a 15.
Okay, that will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. I think we're gonna have to do one of these penetration versus armor value
Okay.
on his rubber.
So
head.
the two are the knives first.
Okay.
So the first one, but I get to roll double damage with melee weapons.
Okay.
So a 4 and so 9 for the first attack.
All right. What's already? Tell me your penetration value.
2.
Okay, and his armor value is 2. So
No, sorry, 1. My combat knack has a penetration value of 1.
Okay, so he slumps over, bleeding. He's not dead.
And then my second attack
Right. Okay.
does 6 and 9 plus another. So it was actually more for the first one, 9. So 14 for the second one.
Yeah, I suppose that will kill him. So, yeah.
And then like before his head slumps into the steering wheel, my unarmed pushes his head back.
All right. I guess it's initiative. Right.
So just so you know, that much damage with that big of a knife, you basically would have like decapitated him and then punched his head off.
Dude, my guy, I am a rogue. That's all I am. I'm just a
Well,
rogue.
you've rogued the shit out of him.
All right. This is gonna go fast. Porky.
9.
All right. Actually, I should do it the way Dustin does.
Oh,
20 or higher.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't do the damage right.
18 to 20.
I still think he's dead.
No, but I.
18 to 20. 15 to 18.
17.
18.
I rolled a 13.
All right. 10 to 14. 5 to 10.
9.
Also a 9.
You go first.
Mine's a 12, 13. So I would never use it. I'm 13.
All right.
I was 17. Who'd be after you?
And then did I get you, Trevor?
18.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This is gonna go fast. Christoph.
Yeah.
Prisoner.
Who's ready for some papas? And I'm gonna go ahead. What? Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw.
What are you planning on doing?
Don't
I'm
break
gonna-
the car.
I'm gonna throw a little bomb at him.
Who? The guy running?
Yeah, the guy running right smack dab in the chest.
But what do the poppers have to do
What?
with it?
They're gonna explode.
Exposed pop.
They're not the fun poppers. They're like actual.
Oh,
Jalapeno?
either way, he's gonna explode.
17.
Hits.
Man, jalapeno poppers sound good.
Stop talking about poppers.
But 9
I
explosive
don't know your
damage.
colloquialism.
All right. He catches on fire, and he has got sort of like the big overalls that actually like have like a big ring around them.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Really big, flopping around, and the fire is erupting from his crotch, and he falls to the ground dead.
This is the funniest clowns ever.
And as he falls, you hear whistling. Whistling all around you, all on the street. And then you hear the sound of wheels rolling on the asphalt. And you look around, and 25 kids, people of different ages are coming in. They're on skateboards, and they all have different headbands on, and they're wearing leather jackets. One person is carrying like a boombox on his shoulder. They're listening. They all come rolling around you, and they're like skating around you on their skateboards, laughing and pointing. Intermission.
One of them have glass bottles on his fingers.
All right, so we will be back in
20.
We'll be back in 20 minutes. TikTok and otherwise, and Twitch. We'll be back in 20 minutes.
Awesome.
Does one of them wear a hockey mask and help the Ninja Turtles?
Hello and welcome back. We are here, the Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabell, but tonight we are doing a special one-off thanks to Evil Genius Games, who sent us Everyday Heroes. It is a 5e compatible system that lets you play in the modern world, and not just in the modern world, in movie worlds. So they have a Pacific Rim rulebook. They have a Escape from New York rulebook, which is what we are playing tonight. So if you haven't seen Escape from New York, put it on your list and see it. When we left off, another thing, we have a few more days left on Nabell Media's first Kickstarter. It is fully funded. The link is in our link tree, so please check it out. We've unlocked a ton of stretch goals. It's going to be a beautiful book and an immersive 4th level adventure. So get in before. You don't want the FOMO, right?
FOMO.
No FOMO.
Truthfully, there's only 13 copies left of the
hard
hardcover and only 2 of the dice box. So
really, and that's it. That will be no
And
more.
like, if you like our table, like our technomancer, our camera man built this table, and he's building these dice boxes.
Yeah.
So lots going on, and where we left off was our heroes had infiltrated the prison island of Manhattan. They had dealt with some bozos who were putting up strange sonic devices around town, and they had a massive battle with a group of crazies. These are degenerates who live in the sewers and have apparently resorted to cannibalism. And after defeating 2 bozos in a car, our heroes were surrounded by 24 gang members, all riding skateboards, all wearing headbands of different colors, all having, as you notice them surrounding you, there's like a scythe. Like they have these Grim Reaper scythes on them. But then like some of them all have different like t-shirts for different causes. One says, protect the trees. Another one says, support your local library. It's interesting. They all seem to have like passionate causes on their t-shirts. Woohoo! And they're whistling. What are you doing? What are you doing on this side of town? The sort of the bravest one. He's maybe like 19. Who are you? What are you doing here?
does he have a cross through SB1?
Getting rid of these clowns.
You did get rid of. Take inspiration. Here you go. Yeah, that was good. All right. Yeah, we saw that. That was pretty cool. And a couple of the other, they've like, a couple of them stop their skateboards. They do that sort of stomp on the edge and pop it up into their hands so they can hold it.
They're so cool.
They are so cool. This skateboard gang.
They're so 90s cool.
Yeah, we saw you did.
They don't do drugs.
You did a great job with these bozos. I think the Haymaker is going to be pleased. Shh. What are you talking about the Haymaker for?
Actually, we were trying to track them down. I think our little
What?
presentation.
You're trying to track down the Haymaker?
We've
Not
heard
track down.
we've heard that she was
She might be able to
she's
help.
up for like the best causes.
Well, she does. She supports a lot of good causes. It's true.
We heard that she's cool. You know, like cool.
You are lame. Oh, lame one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think the L is for loser.
Yeah.
Guys, I think it's for love.
Yeah, what does somebody got to do
Don't do well with this
to
demographic.
get an audience with the Haymaker? I mean, obviously we're supporting your side.
For Bozo's life enough to get a meet and greet.
You're not all just about the killing, are you?
No, never.
No.
Only and when it's absolutely necessary.
Wiping the blood off. There's the bullet. You're like putting out the smoldering body of the one you've lit on fire.
If it's for the greater good.
Oh, you say that, and a woman. You hadn't noticed her. She had been sort of lurking behind this group of skaters. She steps forward, and she has double sets of brass knuckles on both hands. And she steps forward and says, "All right, I think you've got my attention. What is it that you want with the Haymaker?"
Well, do we go all in?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason to hold back at this point. Long story short, all the proper nouns, I'm gonna get them all mixed up.
What are you talking
President
about?
Grace.
Oh, okay.
He is sending massive amounts of armaments to the island, and basically we're trying to stop that influx of weaponry.
Why is he sending guns to the island? Why would you send guns here?
Exactly. You don't need more guns here.
No, we don't need any guns here. Do you know what guns would do to this place? I mean, it's bad enough that people have some, but you want massive amounts?
Yeah, and we think that the Haymaker might be able to help us.
Well,
They're
She
sending-
seems
yeah.
like if anyone can get something done.
You don't win wars on the battlefield. You win them in hearts and minds.
all right. Well, so you're telling me you're not from here.
Not quite.
I had
You can just call us newcomers.
I had a feeling because I gotta tell you, you smell nice. You smell a lot nicer than most people around here, and it doesn't take long to smell bad.
I'll reach in my bag.
Pretty strong.
This is, and I'll pull out like a pocket hand lotion.
Whoa! What? She like pulls off. Brass. Let me see that.
It's yours. That,
Japanese cherry blossom.
And she rubs her hand. That is mighty nice. Well, I'll tell you. You're looking at the Haymaker. What can I do for you? You said they're bringing in guns. Who's getting these guns? You look like you know something. Who's getting them?
Prisoners.
We're all prisoners, Jack.
We're not prisoners.
It's,
If you're on this island, you're a prisoner. I don't know what they told you to get you here, but you're not getting out.
Not yet.
Who do you think is getting these guns?
Jim the Jester.
they are sending him to the Bozos. I couldn't remember.
He's the head of the Bozo.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have a way to get to him.
He's bad.
You can help
news.
us find Big Zed.
Big Zed is in with Jim. Well, I can tell you where Jim the Jester is. I mean, I don't know if you want to go in with me because, as you might guess, why did she have a southern accent all of a sudden? I don't know. I don't know why she. The Reapers and the Bozos. You know, we're like oil and water. We don't mix real
We're
well.
counting on it.
But I can show you where they are. I can get you to where they are.
We were told that you might be able to help and give us information.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing that he does have some sort of big plan. He's been talking about this 4th of July. There's going to be a big old fireworks display on the 4th of July.
Yeah, that fireworks is them
There's
having
gonna
a
be
bunch
a
of guns
shootout, yeah.
and killing everyone they can find.
But why
I mean, why would everybody who just gets guns start shooting each other?
Wait,
Gotta
I
be
mean,
I
something
think
else going
your
on.
resources are short.
Because
they also get rid of the whole entire prison section, which kills off the people that
So
they want
listen,
dead.
the president wants power and control.
Have you seen anything else that might explain what's happening?
We've seen these black boxes.
Yeah,
Saffron.
We've
talk
seen
to
those.
him about
We've
it.
seen those boxes too. Your name's Saffron?
Soft Saffron.
It's one of my many stage names. Yeah, my proper name is actually DJ Felix, but yes,
Where's
his
Christoph?
Christian name.
my Christian name.
Is it Christoph in here too?
Yes, that is my proper name.
Okay, that's Martin trying to keep track. Got it. Okay.
He's a George R. R. Martin
So-
novel.
So, we just dealt with some of the clowns, and we wanted to see what they were doing. And when I hooked up their electronics, I found out that they have very large amplifiers to make lots of noise. And if they can direct that, I don't know, they might make people's head explode. I don't know what will actually happen, but it'll be very bad.
Either that or just get the crazies even crazier and cause a rampage of some sort.
That.
Hearts
Crazy.
and minds, man.
Crazies.
Only we.
Shock and awe.
if
The
only we
crazies hate. It wouldn't take much to drive the crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
that could be it. Maybe. the
That on
chest-
top of the guns that they're all
Yeah,
using.
it will be a bloodbath. The crazies will all come pouring out of the sewers. Everybody's got the guns. It'll-
And how will you protect yourselves? How do you protect yourselves now from them?
I mean, we just usually try and stay low, stay out of the way. And of course, we got our wheels.
I like the way you roll.
You know, God damn it. Have you heard anything about the?
I'm just returning what he gives me.
Have you heard anything about the reagent 18?
What is that?
It's in my backstory.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they say made all the crazies go crazy. The exposure.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's still here? Do you think that could be a problem?
Did your father make that?
No, it's
It-
on my backstory.
It could. It could be. They dumped it all in here to try and, whatever, sterilize us and stuff.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, it could be. It could still
well-
be here.
Why do you and the bozos not get along? What's the history there?
Well, I mean, once the Duke went down, because you ever heard of Snake Plissken?
Heard he was dead.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, when he came to town and he took out the Duke, we thought that this could be a golden age. It could be the dawning of the age of Aquarius here in Manhattan. Equal. But then, no, Jim the Jester just came swooping in. He went into Rockefeller Plaza, which is the only place that still seems to have reliable electricity. And he started up that damn carnival. Oh, that is sick, twisted shit that he's putting out on the TV. And, well, I just knew I had to keep my boys away from him.
So you tell me the prisoners are committing crimes?
Propaganda.
They're committing crimes against entertainment.
Yeah.
Some would say TV killed the radio star, you know.
Listen, we found out that signal.
All right, that's good for you
Shit,
too.
it took me a second.
All right. Sweet 80s reference.
We know that signal's getting outside of New York. Seems to be the only thing that's escaping.
Only thing that escapes from New York.
But maybe, just maybe, if we get people on that show and start telling them the truth about what's going on in here.
Yeah, especially
minds.
especially who's doing this. So President Grace is sending the weapons?
It's pretty much all that was left over from the National Guard.
If you could get that out.
He doesn't. He wants the National Guard on his side.
He wants them unarmed. He's
Yeah.
taking away their. So if you could broadcast that on the Jester's TV show, you could bring down the president.
And then maybe, just maybe, my sister could come home.
That's
100% written in my backstory.
All right, so I'll tell you what. I can get you to the Rockefeller Plaza. It's not too far. We can get you there.
You got some wheels we can use?
Well, we
Yeah,
have
but
a
you
car.
but you're gonna have to walk in. I mean, they don't. You can't
But
drive
how
into the
much
plaza.
cooler will it be to skate in?
Or we can just take this car that's now sitting here.
Yeah, we got a whole
And then
car.
put the skateboard
But
in the
you
car.
can't take the car
Underneath the wheels of the car.
unless you're gonna all dress up like bozos. I mean, look at this car. I mean, and it does. It looks like a clown car, right? I mean, it's a sedan that looks like a clown car.
But they would probably let this car in.
Great.
You don't drive into the marketplace. It's like a bazaar. It's like a street fair.
Yeah.
Can you get us close?
That's why I had Johnny
I can get you
Super.
close, but you're gonna need some colors, and I can't. You know, my boys, they had to work hard. They had to do some shredding, and they had to show some real skill on the boards before they could join the Reapers.
Can I try to skateboard?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to do a kickflip and then like grind down a rail.
Wow.
All right, you're gonna get a +3 because I was already gonna give you a bonus if you could name any skate move. Name 2.
We
didn't
grew,
play, like,
we
every
grew up
Tony
on
Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
All right, very good.
My mom saw Tony Hawk in Hawaii when she was like a teenager. Yeah.
My cousin was a professional skateboarder. Toured Japan. Yep.
That was cool.
Really?
I thought you were gonna say my cousin was
Lots
Tony
of
Hawk.
broken bones.
I'm sure.
Tough job.
Do I get a plus or advantage?
You get a +3.
+3. Plus my other. Is this acrobatics? Yeah. Okay. 25.
Ooh.
Everybody's whistling. Look, yeah, that's rad. What about the rest of you? Got any moves?
Look, I have some moves. Can I see that jukebox?
You mean my Sony boombox?
Yeah. Now, this one might be a little ahead of your time, but this is from Europe, okay? I put in a cassette and some Eurobeat dance music.
Okay, let's see if it's coming.
No, this is no.
Okay, I've got a couple. Hang on.
We're
I just
past this.
accidentally.
I need like.
I don't know how much I have.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, that's why I said it's ahead of their time because Europe.
I'm gonna try Bobby Renfley.
Sure, we can go with that. Sure.
It's gonna pick it up.
Okay. I mean,
You gonna dance?
I guess that's
Break dance?
okay.
Yeah, I'll
Pop and lock. You gonna pop
It's,
and lock?
no. It's definitely like just like drug fueled rave,
Okay.
you know. And I'll throw some dance moves in there.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
now I like it.
Performance?
Performance for sure.
Okay.
Oh, 6.
Yeah,
I-
they like the music. Oh, do you have something you can do? Porky, you got something?
hold on.
Oh, please let me roll again.
Oh no.
Something like that.
I think I do have something.
Can there please be someone in the background on a phone going like, "Hey, you gotta check this out! That's a brand new sound!"
Oh no, I'm gonna roll my inspiration for this.
There you go.
Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. Yeah, they're liking it. You see them start to
Okay.
dance around.
Well, I don't have. I can't do that. I'll pick up like a can off the ground,
Oh no.
and I'll just chuck it as far as I can, and then I'll take a knee and I'll pull out my pistol.
They don't like guns.
Put that down.
Well, that's all I got.
Hey, and I'm gonna pull in my.
You were a cop, weren't you?
I'm gonna pull in my bag.
Was.
I'm gonna throw you a hacky sack.
What do I do with this?
You know.
You hack.
Hey, Mr. Kappa. Mr. Kappa, this is the
And
dance
I'll
move.
sit there and I will. I've got a hell of a dexterity, so
Cuts it
I'll,
open.
You're gonna
I'll sit there and do some hacky sack. No, I won't. That is a 1.
Oh!
Stick in the mud.
Actually, he steps on it and the bead comes pouring out. You burst the hacky sack.
We had to
I'm just
Porky, you got anything?
I'm gonna come
Watch
up and
this.
start
I'm gonna
dancing
like
with you.
sit down my bag of spray paint and just start spray painting a mural of a pig.
Nice. Give me whatever. What do you think is appropriate? You're gonna show me your graffiti skills. It's like early Banksy meets.
Oh yeah.
He does the child with the balloon.
No, it's a pig. It's a pig with a balloon.
Pig with a balloon.
Standing up like
Why is
Yes.
ooh cool.
Like it.
27.
Yeah, you actually, it's as if you've been paying enough attention that you learned their signs. Like you've actually like spray painted their code language. You know, there's like haymaker rules kind of thing. Yeah, they're really liking that. Blade, have you done anything? Knife?
No.
What do you got?
says hearts and minds.
I'm assuming he opens up the door to the car and like the corpse like slinks out. This won't work, will it?
I mean, it's cool, but it's not cool.
All right.
It's not skateboarder cool.
Come on, man, dance with me.
I have another skill. Spoken word.
You're
There
gonna do
I
slam poetry.
Sounds like this will.
There I was, all alone, till I was found by the government. Drone me now. Am free to do my thing. Here in a prison of my mind and soul, I walk to my own beat down this broken road, and here I am to save the world, not with guns, but with my spoken word.
Oh, sorry.
And your tongue. All right, give me a personality or
Performance?
or charisma performance. Yeah.
I'm new to the scene. I don't.
12 plus, could it be performance?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
14.
Okay. You know, they're people of action. You know, so they're not blown away by it, but it's cool, and they like that you're doing something. You're doing your own thing.
Hey, remember when you
I also stab people.
you know what he did?
What did he do?
He saved the forest in his hometown. He saved it. He saved them from cutting down the forest.
A young skateboarder. He steps forward and he's like, "Do you speak for the Lorax?"
Yeah, there was. There was this new developer that came into the city, and no, I just ended up burning down their office.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a personality.
Come on, Kevin.
They like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what.
All right. You speak for the Lorax. Okay, so yeah, they like that. They like your style. They say, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll get you to the marketplace. We'll give you our colors. You're gonna have to talk your way in past the guards, but the colors are definitely gonna help. While you're doing that, we're gonna take out as many of those damn boxes as we can find, because that's gotta be part of the plan.
Yeah.
They must be fixing to set those crazies loose. So we'll take care of that. And if you can get into 30 Rock and get to the studio, then you can broadcast the truth from 30 Rock.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like it.
You hear the market before you can see it. Loud music from the 80s. Turn around, every now and then I feel a little bit low. Okay, yeah, you hear loud music from the 80s blaring through numerous speakers attached to lampposts, and you can smell cooked food in the distance. You come around the corner and you see the famous 30 Rockefeller Plaza up close, numerous lights on the windows. Definitely out of place. Like suddenly you've gone from this like bombed out city to what looks as close as anything you've seen to what New York used to be. There are hundreds of people in front of the building. Different like vending stalls. There is like a sort of makeshift gate around it. There's a huge balloon anchored to the top of the building, and there's a stylized face with a pair of enormous headphones on it. And you can see printed, "It's Jim the Jester on KFFR in Manhattan." And there is some random gunfire as you see bozos. Like you're standing outside the marketplace, you see bozos walking through. A couple of them have large boxes, and they're like handing out bullets like candy. People are laughing and like, oh, they're getting this parade. A couple of them are shooting guns. And then there are two bozos flanking either side of this gate. And they're sort of looking at you.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you earlier. Can I retcon before we left the car and the bozos that week? Can we like just grab any if they had? I know the one guy had like the hair
the wig
stuff.
and-
Just anything we might be able to use to try and blend in a little bit once we're getting closer.
Yeah, but so you have to tell me, are you going to approach the gate wearing the bloody clown gear?
Right.
Or are you going to approach the gate wearing the colors you just won from the Reapers?
We'll go up wearing what she had recommended.
Okay, so you've tucked the clown stuff away, and I mean I don't want to say like it's a fence, 2 guards, a gate. You could try and find other ways in. If you wanted to walk in, this is where you have to go.
Can we be like in like total roller derby attire? Like, can I have a mohawk?
Oh yeah, I mean
Oh yeah. I'm thinking more like taxi driver.
But they're gonna probably not like that, right?
But they said we could get in. Remember? We said that.
I mean everyone. I mean Haymaker explains it like you'll get cred for being part of a gang. Because if you're not part of a gang,
This isn't the
This isn't
this
just
isn't the HQ of the bozos. This is just a communal area.
yeah, the marketplace, but
Yeah.
the Bozos have a lot of power.
Yeah,
Jim the
right,
Jester
right,
has
right.
a lot of power.
Okay.
Hearts of mine. I'm getting into character. I had to channel it in.
I'm just adjusting my elbow pads.
I always wanted to be a skateboarder, but my parents said law school.
One guy, he's dressed up. One of the guards is dressed up, sort of like, we'll just call it the Bam Blurgler from from a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like a prison attire and a funny shirt. Funny wide brimmed hat. And the other one sort of looks like, we'll just call him Lenny Rise, the clown. Got sort of like weird smile on his face and red balloons, and they're standing at the door. They're standing at the gate.
You must be the Bam burglar. I get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bam, I've got a little Bam Bam. If we could get in through the gate.
Oh yeah? Well,
Crazy man.
let me see. Give me a diplomacy roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know the Reapers. I didn't know the Reapers dealt in that stuff.
At least a 14.
Oh, let me try that. That looks good.
Yeah.
Let me try that.
I take out take a pill and crack it and kind of line it up on a little piece of something.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think these guys are good. What do you think? Well, why not? Let them in.
Why not?
And so yeah, they open the door and you walk into the market.
Party time!
And yeah, there is.
This is normal where I come from.
You look around. There's somebody that he's like selling. Like, it's a real Rolex. I mean it. It's a real Rolex. Have you seen one that looks this shiny before? Look at this Rolex. And then there's one over here like, I caught these pigeons fresh yesterday. You're not gonna get a fresher pigeon anywhere in the plaza than you're gonna get from me. Like everyone's selling these different things.
Probably end the game here because we're never gonna leave the market.
Yeah, I need to know his entire backstory.
Yeah. We shouldn't have come here.
I used to work for the zoo, and when I was in the zoo, I would feed the pigeons. And then I realized that since the pigeons trusted me, that was their downfall. See, because you get the pigeons to come real close and you grab them. They're not very smart. You grab them.
Yeah, how do they taste?
Well, I'll tell you the secret. You gotta soak them. You gotta brine them. Put them in a brine for a good 12 hours.
Oh,
Does
yeah?
that get rid of the disease?
What?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not vouching for it. I'm just telling you how you get the flavor. You gotta put it in the brine for 12 hours.
I think he does that.
And meanwhile, so you notice people are buying and selling. Give me perception checks.
That one.
16.
25.
22.
24.
Goodness. Okay. I mean, anyone with a 16 or over, you notice that the main currency is bullets. Which is why it was so amazing that the bozos were like passing this stuff out. It's like someone parading through the city throwing money around, right? Like the bozos have these are throwing these bullets around and people are buying things, roast pigeon, roast rat.
Yeah, y'all need anything? Are you looking for anything? I'm going to go do some shopping. I'll be right back.
Wait, you
No, man. We don't got time. We gotta go to the plaza.
I was going to take care of
Crazy!
Okay, fine. Don't say I didn't give you anything.
So you're talking and you're like looking at your watch, and yeah, the time is passing, and you see a nearby monitor, and on the monitor, a man steps out around a curtain, and he's wearing a three-piece suit, accentuated by various medals and ribbons that make him look like a cartoon general. Around his neck are a massive pair of headphones, and he's got clown makeup applied to his face. But it's odd. He seems kind of handsome. You know, like he seems more put together, even though he has that clown makeup on. He's got a little bit of a swagger. And as he walks on, he's on a soundstage. He walks out, and there's applause. And the applause starts to die down, and he breaks into a monologue about current events. Do you ever notice? And then he's suddenly talking about things going on outside of Manhattan. He even makes a couple of jokes about President Grace. Did you hear President Grace is going to get reelected? Hats off to him. From one clown to another, you have to appreciate a good buffoonery. The studio audience laughs. Hell, you have to appreciate the irony. I take off my makeup when I go to bed, and he takes off the concealer covering his clown face when he does. He tells a few more jokes, and then he says, we'll be right back, but I want to remind everybody about what's coming tonight. For the 4th of July, we're going to have the greatest fireworks show in New York history. So bring your favorite noisemaker tonight, and you'll take part in the biggest celebration of New York since the dictator took charge. And remember, it costs nothing to smile, except possibly your life. But seriously, fucking smile, he says at the camera. And he points at a screen that cuts away to an enormous studio where there are several bozos hauling a handful of gang members that are all dressed like hippies. Like definitely this was their gang's colors. They all look like hippies. See these folks? They weren't smiling. Now you get to smile as they take part in our favorite pastime here at 30 Rock, Carnival! And they're ushered into this like arena, and they're given oversized clown prop weapons. Like sort of like big rubber mallets. There's a big rubber chicken. They're like these oversized boxing gloves that go out on a little like extended thing. But they have to beat each other. They are beating each other with these clown weapons. And every time one stops, a spurt of flame comes up from under the stage below them to sort of jock them into moving until there's only one standing. And then Jim, yes?
The current events he was talking about, were they factual?
Yes.
So that's
they
scary.
were.
He's getting information.
He seems to know something. All right, well, that was a little too fast for my taste, but don't worry, I'm sure we can rustle up a few more contestants for our next show. If you see anyone that you think belongs on the Carnival, you know what to do. You just tell your nearest bozo and we'll get them in here. Because the best thing you can win in your life is your life. And he cuts out.
That was
Man, why did
incredibly well written.
Why didn't
Holy
you guys
shit.
take a shot at him while he was just up there?
No, he was on.
He's just on
He was
a
a-
screen.
You were seeing it on a screen. He's
Okay.
broadcasting from inside 30 Rock.
Jimmy J, my man! What's the deal?
Yeah, even that's kind of dark for us Germans.
So let's go deal with that guy.
Right.
So I will. You look. I mean, you can see where the front of 30 Rock is. It is a fortress, right? I mean, there's several guards. It's the biggest building. It's lit up. That you could go. You could look for other entryways. It's a skyscraper.
Does it look guarded?
Definitely, the front is guarded.
Yeah, but just by what, like some bozos.
A lot of bozos.
So, like, I want to look up because I know there's all the buildings and stuff. Is there any scaffolding? My mind's going to, like, sometimes there are things you can, like, shoot across buildings so you can rappel.
Zip lines.
Zip lines or anything like that. Like, what I see near 30 Rock, is there, like, a police station where we could go get gear? Or I don't know.
I mean, it depends. I mean, You know, just from the time you've spent here, that any sort of building would have been looted long ago.
Okay.
Like the place is just decrepit. Now there are certain things you might be able to buy here at the market, you know, especially if you've got the currency. There are no, there's like you know, like some people are selling like, oh look, here's an 8-track tape player. It kind of works, and you know, like
what's that?
back in the day, young Eli, we had these tapes that were this honkin' big. So you could look for things. I wouldn't say there's scaffolding on 30 Rock, but there are buildings next to it, yeah.
Okay. Are there any shopkeepers around who look normal?
Normal is relative.
The most normal.
What are you looking for?
Stability. To ask a question.
I mean, give me a
Like-
perception check.
Okay, yeah. So like the guy selling pigeons, I would rate on like a 5 out of 10. I'm looking
Okay.
for like a 7.
Okay.
Oh, that was close. Okay. 19.
Yeah, you know what? This you know, the only reason you notice this guy is nobody is coming to his stand, and what he's selling are books.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give me one moment.
I know
I'll
the truth
be right
hurts.
back. So I'd like to go to him.
It's too real.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm looking for a man named Big Zed. Have you heard of him?
Have I? Well, of course I've heard of Big Zed.
I
I mean, Big Zed. Who are you?
We come from the other side of the island, and we were just told by some other friends to get into contact with Big Zed, and we didn't know who he was. It was all very cryptic.
Well, I didn't tell you this, but I mean, because I don't know you or what you're looking for, but Big Zed's the producer of the show.
I see.
She makes everything. She makes the show run. She knew how to work the studio before the fall.
I did not know that.
That's right. So it's a she, and I only know her because I see her sometimes in the credits.
Okay. Well,
I have an idea.
Are you coming? You're like with him? Are you coming up
No,
behind him? Or are you doing
talking
something
all
else?
these-
Okay.
To these guys. Are you gonna say anything else to?
go ahead.
What if we just go? I think we just walk through the front door, and we just say that we have some stuff for the studio, and I go in my bag and I just pull out some lapels.
Like, what if we're coming for Big Zed? Like, we're here for our talent spot, you know? Maybe that's what we're all about.
You have to do a performance for the show.
Like, we're Big Zed's next big act. Gets us in the door.
I think that would get us part of Carnival.
Or what if we go to the front door and we have them get a message to Big Zed, something we can code it, some because it was the proxy that brought us here. Maybe we can, I don't know, something a word.
What if we write it in spoken word? Like, what if we say,
like talking?
we need Big Zed because in approximately couple hours, we know about the big show.
We've got.
Can I come back to the group
Yeah.
with that information? Yeah. I overheard y'all while I was speaking. Yeah, we could say that we want to audition to Zed so that we could be a proxy if they need a replacement.
Maybe we should say, hey, Big Zed, we need some grace.
Just tell Big Zed we need grace. What?
No, you
No,
work
I'm
it in
joking.
there. No. It's hard to keep this accent up and come up with good ideas.
Anybody else have any other ideas?
I think that we just need to convince them to let us go meet with Big Sid. I'm gonna just, as we're talking, I'm just watching to see if anyone is going in or out of this building.
Yeah, only bozos.
So is there a bozo walking toward? I want to wait for the next bozo to like look like they're walking towards the building.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna just like start walking, and I just have something in my hand, and then I'm going to just accidentally like trip and bump into him, and if he kind of huffs me, I'm gonna look at him with the biggest smile and just like grab him and thank you so much. I almost fell.
Okay. So give me a. What do you have? Charisma?
Yeah.
Trying to.
I have deception.
Okay.
Ivy's got good ideas. I wish she'd let us in on them before she does them.
All right, Christopher
15.
Walken.
All right.
I got a fever.
Oh, it's quite all right. Are you all right, little lady?
I am, thank you.
What you seem awfully pretty and nice for one of those reapers.
I try.
Well, why you hang with those? You ought to come to where the real circus is.
Where is that?
Well, it's with the bozos.
But
We run a real 3-ring circus.
I really, really want to be on TV.
Oh, you want to be in the big show.
But not in the... Like,
That's the only show there is.
No, I want
If
to...
you win that show, yeah, you could go all the way to the top.
But I don't... I want to be in the TV world. Like, I want to help make the show.
So you like work a camera?
Yeah.
You want to be a camera woman?
Yeah. Who would I talk to about that? Is it a bozo?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd have to check and see if we have an opening. What's your name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, the camera woman?
Yeah.
All right, well, why don't you wait here, Cassandra, and I'll go see.
Thank you.
All right.
I put a tracker, like a surveillance bug on him that we can hear, like a little microphone.
Do you have one of those?
Yeah. Yes, I have a surveillance kit.
Okay.
So that is like my thing.
All right. So it is definitely 80s survey. But yeah, you got it. Okay. And what are the rest of you guys doing?
We're
So she's standing there.
Like they're like
We're just all staring at her like, what the hell is she?
So you're like off in a distance.
I think so.
maybe like 15 feet
we're all
away or
just
something,
kinda-
just hanging out in a group.
Yeah.
Hanging out in a group. As you are hanging out in a group and you're waiting, everybody give me perception checks.
Oh, damn.
22.
14.
Nat 20.
Okay.
7.
Anyone who has over a 20, you notice two things. One, you notice that now that you're fairly close to the door. I mean, she was on the steps going up, and you said you're 15 feet back. There are cameras on the corners of this building, and you begin to notice that there are more and more bozos seeming to start to congregate around you as you're grouping here.
Yeah, they don't seem to like the rollerblades.
Especially standing a couple feet away from their main base. Let's go ahead and maybe go around the corner at least.
So listening to this, is this guy talking?
Yeah, you do hear sort of, she said she wants to work on the cameras. It's that one? The one down there? Yeah, she just walked right up and said she wants to be part of the show. She wants to be part of the show. And you think it might be Jim's voice, because you saw that. Yeah, we can let her be part of the show. I like the look of her. You let her in. But, look, who the fuck are those guys? Look at that. What, they're just hanging out in a knot? What the fuck? I want you to get the clowns. You get those clowns. I think we've got our next act. You move, you get them. You get them in here, because we got a show to do before the fireworks start.
And yeah, you bring Cassandra to me. We'll see how she does on film. That's what you hear.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys, you said you were starting to sort of move away.
I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna kind of signal to them to at least one of you come here.
I'm gonna go over.
Okay, so Porky walks over to her.
So,
Hey, what you need?
they're gonna bring me in, and they're gonna come bring all of you guys in to be a part of the show, and I think we should just roll with it. But I'm gonna, so they're about ready to come take all of us, and they're watching us on cameras all around here.
That doesn't sound like a good thing. I don't want to be on the show.
But we're gonna get in.
Okay, so at that moment, yes, and like suddenly you are surrounded. You are surrounded by a group of bozos, and they're like, "Oh, must be the best night of your life because you are going to have a life-changing experience." And by that I mean it'll either change your life or end your life. But we'll need to take your toys, please. And they've got these big sacks, and they're going to take your weapons, and they all have guns drawn on you.
Oh, well then.
My pistol is very specifically a concealed weapon. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, they're going to pat you down.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I need you to be like.
Pocket.
I need you to be like.
What'd you roll?
I'm sorry. Can you say something ridiculous?
I carried that
have,
uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass for 5 years.
I am going to take out a surprisingly large foam sword. I was like, "Don't take me! You gotta get back!" Let's say something crazy. That's just what I'm going with.
All right. So I'm going to say that's enough to distract them from whatever you are packing.
Are they only? Are they all men?
No, they're probably women too. The clowns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um.
Is anyone else going to try and hide a weapon
Them
or
are there?
a lot?
Many.
More than you can take out.
Do they want? They just want our weapons. They're not like. Taking...
No, they're taking your stuff.
So I've got 7 knives on me, and I'm gonna try to keep one.
I'm gonna hand them I'll hand them some stuff, but then they'll do something.
All right, everyone's gonna have to give me a stealth roll if you're trying to hide something, and it can be one thing because they are, they're bringing you into their headquarters.
Backpack of paint.
Not a backpack, but you could try and if you have a small can.
18.
So, I am going to be keeping something very
Stealth?
small. I need to keep some of my pills because that's for my abilities.
Okay.
So I'm not hiding a big gun or anything.
Yep.
But
15?
Okay.
fuck.
Can
Shit.
How bad is it?
8.
And you don't have any inspiration you already used at all?
Just put it in your prison wallet. You're always talking about that.
Yeah.
What is that?
What are you talking about? I just want a couple loose pills in my pocket.
Those are the ones I had to put in your mouth.
instead of stealth, I'm not trying to hide it, but like the one that comes up to me, can I try to convince them to let me keep my bag?
Your bag?
My backpack.
You could try and take something out of your backpack.
You don't go through a woman's bag. And you do not take a woman's bag. I have feminine products that I need, and you cannot take that from me.
Yeah, you go, girl.
I don't know you.
We can take we can take all of your products. All you need is a smile. That's what Jim says. All you need is a smile. If there's something in your bag you want to keep, I'll let you take a shot at it.
It's my first time I know you.
Booyah! Jamie would be in tears laughing right now. She loves King of the Hill.
It's such a good show.
I'm just gonna be Peggy.
Booyah! I can't stand Peggy sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't have any.
I think that's intentional though.
I have a small
Bill's my
pouch in my bag.
Bill's great.
Please let me keep
Bill.
my personal products.
And it's a small pouch.
Yes.
Let me look inside of it. Will you let him see?
No. It is private.
It's not private anymore, princess. You're going into the jester.
Can I try to convince him?
He's not going to be convinced to let you take a bag he can't look into.
But it's small enough to not have a weapon.
He's still not gonna let you take a bag and he can't look.
Oh
in
my
you.
god, 4 pounds of meth.
C4.
Play-Doh.
What?
It's just Play-Doh with wires in it.
Yeah, we love plastic explosives.
They're totally safe until you put the current through.
I mean, you could let him look in it and then try and convince him that it's not what he thinks it is or
Yeah,
whatever
okay.
it is. Okay, so what does he see?
Oh, it's like my little electronics bag of surveillance stuff. like little mini
You are
cameras and stuff.
a camera person.
Wow.
These are your camera.
Well, that looks really cool. That looks really valuable.
Yeah, how am I supposed to convince them I can do my job without my personal products?
All right, well, I suppose you could hold on to that and Jim the Jester will decide whether he wants it from you. But you probably won't get to take it in the Carnival, and you probably don't want to because nothing comes out of that really
Excuse me, I'm not going to the Carnival.
Oh, is that right? Well, I guess we'll find out. So they bring you all in. You are ushered into this.
Do I still have my knife? Or...
Oh, give me your. What was your roll?
18.
Yes, you do.
Do I still have 1 can of paint?
What was your roll?
14.
Yeah, you do. It's one of those like mini cans.
Yeah.
You know, like so. Yeah, you do.
Stealthy, baby.
Stealthy and stabby.
And you are
And swap.
separated.
Oh.
You are taken.
This is relative term.
You are taken
Did you
elsewhere.
say, so as we're walking up, I like it's gonna be okay, and I literally am going to put an earpiece on you as I bug myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
And okay, that's good. Give me a sleight of hand or
17.
okay. And I wanted to tell you, Trevor, like you are able to hide 1 pill. You can choose what it is, but you do have 1.
Fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And you are brought, Ivy, to a opulent-looking office, and behind a sort of big oak desk is Jim the Jester, and he's flanked by like 4 bozos with the epaulets, and they're all carrying submachine guns.
Cool.
And he's like, "So, I heard you want to be in show business."
I do, and I heard that you have the best producer in Manhattan.
Well, I mean, I have the only producer in Manhattan.
Does that make her not the best?
It makes her the only producer in Manhattan.
I think
What is your business with my producer? I thought that you'd be more interested in talking to the star, which is me.
I want to be able to film you to where you look even like you are in your best light.
Well, I do like the sound of that. I do like the sound of that. How do you propose we negotiate this?
Well, first, does your producer want help for an apprentice?
Let's leave her out of this for now. What are you prepared to do for me?
Well, I'm going to work for free.
Well, that goes without saying.
I guess, what do you want?
Well, I'll tell you what
I really, really want.
I'm not giving you shit.
You be nice to this person.
That was not a shit.
I don't have a lot of time left on this shithole island.
Cancer.
I'm going to be leaving soon. And I'm bringing my boys with me. And I should tell you, I hope you're getting this from his voice. This is not the night show host kind of voice. He seems like
Sinister?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Some kind of joke.
cold and calculating, and he's like, I might have room for one more, but that might mean not bringing Zed with me. So you've got to convince me you know your stuff better than she does. And as you said, she's the best.
Producer Rob.
So you're gonna take one of them. You're gonna get off the island.
Yeah, I'm getting off the island. Because I tell you, when the fireworks go off in 8 hours, we're not going to want to be anywhere near here.
I love fireworks.
You won't love these. Meanwhile, you guys...
And you're hearing all of this.
Yeah, you are hearing this, but you can't really say it because they have taken you backstage and they are sort of like putting makeup on you, like sort of giving you foundation, like giving you highlights, and you know, like, and you hear like people are shouting to the camera, and yeah, we've got 5 minutes till go time. 5 minutes till go time. Places, let's get everybody places, and then like a little person dressed kind of like somebody from the Hunger Games, like, all right, now I want you all to have fun with this. You know, I know it seems like blood-curdling mayhem, and it really is, but what else can you do but make the most of it? I just want you to have fun for the little time you have left. And Jim says to you, actually he turns on the bozos, all right, I'm willing to give this Miss Cassandra a shot here. Why don't you take her down and see how she does working the camera on the show?
Can I insight to see if do I feel like he's hostile toward me?
He could care less about you.
Okay, so I would say non-hostile, right?
Not hostile. That's a very positive spin on it. Yeah, not hostile.
So I'm gonna try to use this ability. And it's just talking. He needs to. So before I go, can you tell me like a little bit more about the fireworks? And I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So his score is a 17. It's 17.
I was just sending you a photo of the cards you bought.
Look at this ace.
Do you know what number he had to beat? He's got a 17.
I feel like I put it on.
I know you're really thrust of a moment right now. But my car.
I think that it's only a 15, so I think he beat it.
Okay.
So yeah, he beat it.
All right. You'll see the show. You won't miss it. You'll see it. You won't miss it. Take her down. Get her behind a camera. Let's get this started. I got places to be. I got things to do. So yeah, you come down and you're put behind a camera. And what
Can I
you
see Zed?
No, you don't. But you do look up and you see a booth. And you do see a woman up behind the booth, like in the glass, right? Like looking down at the show. And there are lots of bozos in this room. And you're at a camera, and you four come in. You can choose one clownish weapon. What do you pick?
Clownish weapon?
Yep.
Seltzer bottle.
Okay, so you have a seltzer bottle that is going to spray an incredible, like, almost like power washing force of water from it.
Okay.
Clown weapon.
The bowling pins that they juggle.
Okay, yeah, you do, and they are like heavy, like really heavy rubber, like really heavy rubber bowling pins. Trevor, clownish weapon.
I'm thinking something along the lines of a top hat, like a magician would use to pull stuff out of.
Okay, yeah, you do have one, and there is a razor blade put all through, except for one place where you can grab it. The brim is a razor blade.
Fuck you guys.
And Dustin, one clownish weapon.
I want the balls that they would juggle like bozo buckets with.
Okay, yeah, so they are like bocce balls, big, heavy. Again, they're sort of rubber, so they're not going to do like as much as a shot put would, but yeah. So you've got one in each hand. It's heavy. Actually, 3 if you can juggle.
Nah, just
Okay.
two.
So, yeah, they'll give you 3. They're like, yeah, I love it. Okay. So you go out and there's like, can you give me like sort of like more frenetic music?
Yeah.
And then I need the 4 of you to roll for initiative.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Yo, 18.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
I have a plan. Just don't
What
attack.
do you have, Kevin?
I got 7.
All right.
13.
Probably not the best.
Okay. And who am I missing? Dustin?
Oh, here.
What's your initiative?
Sorry. I was trying to find it.
14.
Plus 5. 19.
Okay. So, and Veer, what about you?
I didn't roll initiative.
You go ahead and roll initiative.
You want me to roll initiative?
Yeah, you don't have, I mean, you're going to choose what you do, and I do want you to know there are a lot of bozos in the room right now.
8.
Okay. So there are a lot of bozos in the room right now with weapons, and they're watching you, and there's a studio audience. You see applause, 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 and people are clapping. You hear Jim's voice. All right, everyone. Well, we have a special surprise for you tonight. These fine contestants look like they're outsiders. You should have seen the sparkly weapons they had. We'll see how they do in the carnival. Okay, and you are first, Knife.
So just general, like, are there more than just us? in
No,
here? Just us.
It's the 4 of you in a ring, and you can see, you're looking down, there are holes all over the floor.
For the fire?
Yes.
And then how many bozos around us?
30, 35.
30. Can I see the main guy?
You can't, actually.
Can't see him.
Am I filming him or am I filming?
You're filming the carnival. I mean, your camera should be focused on the action. That's where, I mean, you should be filming the action. You can decide on your round if you don't want to, but right now, you know that whatever you see through the camera is being seen up in the booth.
So I don't see any way out of this. Like I can't like run up anything or.
No.
Okay.
I will tell you, you know the weapons that have been handed to you are not immediately lethal,
Okay.
right? I mean, that like
I
they're
think you could fake fight.
Yeah.
Well, Trevor's.
If you all
Yeah.
attack me, I can take it. Let's just make a good show.
Okay. I
wanna
very
stop.
gently
That's not the voice.
throw it. Like I throw it at your chest.
Okay.
okay. Make a ranged weapon attack.
And I'm going to.
14.
Nope.
Misses. Okay. All right. And then.
Oh shit!
But I'll still like.
Even though it missed.
I am making a production.
Go ahead, Porky.
I'm gonna. Is there any like way to get? No. I'm just
No,
gonna.
you're in like basically a boxing ring. Actually, not even a boxing ring. It's almost like it has like fence, you know, like a wrestling cage match sort of thing.
All right. I'll walk over to Brandon.
Yep.
Brandon. I'll swing it as hard as I can.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Just an attack roll.
11.
Okay.
Nope.
Can I say something out of turn to affect the 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Hey, Christoph, I need you to ask for grace and whistle, please.
Okay, so you're gonna have to say that loudly enough. He's up in the boxing ring. So are you shouting this to him?
No, he can hear my surveillance. I'm
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, that's good. All right.
Ask for grace and whistle.
Okay, it is your turn, Brandon.
Okay, I am going to just run at, I'll run at Knife, and just completely forgetting the seltzer bottle I have in my hand, I'll just go up and just shoulder check him. I'll just
push him down.
yeah.
Make an attack roll.
That is a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. So I'll say you won't do a D4, but maybe, D4 cut in half.
Yeah, sure. Wait, 1.
Okay, so he checks you hard. Okay, now it is your turn, Ivy.
Oh, I was before you.
Yeah.
So, since I said that to him, I'm gonna just really focus the camera on Kristoff.
Okay.
And try to capture this because I know Zed can
Zed is
see
watching.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And then it's your turn.
So, I'm gonna kind of look up and whistle kind of exhaling almost like a deep breath. Lord, give me some grace, and I'm gonna throw a punch at Piggy Boy.
Yes,
But I don't want to actually take an attack action. I want to do a performance to where I'm throwing a southpaw punch, but I want to miss his face on purpose.
All right.
Can I do that?
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
Everybody's watching. Big room.
Camera on you too.
8.
All right.
Can I help with this by?
I was like, he doesn't get the
diving?
message and just stands there as he goes.
Yeah, so that doesn't
He
work.
deliberately pushes his
And there is a jet of flame at your feet.
A deck save?
Sure. Make a deck save.
Can I try to light my?
19 on a deck save.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 points of damage as you
Okay.
jump out of the way of this flame that shoots up, and people are like, "Whoa! Hit him! Hit him!"
Could I try to light my bowling pin on fire in the fire?
Are you trying to kill us?
On your turn.
Ah, okay. Oh, it's still gonna be going.
Oh, no, it goes down.
Oh, okay, better.
So you want to use that as a reaction?
Yeah. If I would be able to.
Give her a reflex.
Nope, just missed. 13. What? Dexterity?
Yeah.
15.
You know, you got the smell of burning rubber, but it won't ignite.
Oh.
Blade.
Savage.
Knife.
So you just checked me.
Yeah.
So
What are you gonna do about it?
I jam the ball into your mouth. Piggy's like balls.
Ow.
Oh.
They don't know.
They don't know that.
Oh, I thought you dirtied up I thought you were still wearing it.
No, he
No,
rubbed all the
right before we got on.
Sorry, then I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay.
This cop here.
I just pushed the ball into your mouth.
The fucking fed.
I think a 13.
Nope.
Okay.
Guys, I said hit me.
Porky.
You gotta make it good.
Come here, fed boy.
You guys know you punch like this,
Toga,
and I'm
cowboy.
gonna punch you, Trevor.
Not even gonna fake it?
Unarmed.
That didn't
18.
Yeah, you hit.
Roll a d4 plus your strength.
You can shoot him later.
4.
4.
Plus your
He's
strength.
like,
I have no strength.
where's your hero pin? Oh, he's like this. I'm great.
Brandon.
Okay. If I'm still here, I'm just duking it out with Knife. I'm going to turn around. I just don't like Pig at all. So so from a distance, I'm
Now
going
it
to shoot
comes
him
out.
with my seltzer bottle.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
18.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Hey, d4
This,
plus
ladies and gentlemen, is
D4.
called justified.
I like how I was like, I don't like Porky at all.
Justified PvP.
That is 4 on the die. What am I adding to it?
You know, because
Strength
it-
or Dex?
Dex, because you can't.
Okay.
strength.
That'll be 9 damage.
Whoa. Okay.
All malignancy should be cut out.
All right.
Burn the cancer.
back to Ivy.
I thought you were far enough away.
So I will be. Can I look behind me and see if I see any movement?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
My stench.
My thing go away.
19.
Yeah, you actually notice that that figure in there has like stood up and is looking really intently through the glass at all of you.
Christoph, I need you to. She's watching, and we need to make her realize who we are, so she can help us. So, camera's on you. And then is there anything on the camera to do anything special, like put text on the,
Now you
or
can
any
zoom in or
filters? No, nothing.
no.
I'll try to do some really
You
creative,
can close
like,
up, and you can zoom in right on his face. I mean, you can get pretty tight close up.
Okay, then I'll tell him that. I'm like, I'm gonna zoom so close to your face. If you could just mouth who we are.
Now, it'll go everywhere unless, well, maybe Zed'll not make it.
Yeah,
broadcast.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna prepare
Okay.
to like.
All right, and
It's
it
not my
is,
first time being filmed.
it is to you, Christoph.
That's my first time with clothing.
Too much information. Go ahead, Christoph.
So the lady that we met before the submarine, her name was Proxy, correct?
Yeah.
I kind of glanced at the camera. I really wish I had a proxy here for me right now.
Okay. And do you do anything?
I'll take an actual swing at Piggy Boy.
There you go. Yep.
All he's done is spray
Oh,
people in the
you're
face
welcome.
with spray paint.
Legitimate swing, but definite miss.
Okay.
was it?
I rolled a 3, so.
There is a deafening siren that goes off, and you see lights flashing, and you're like, what? It's a fire! They've got to get out! It's a fire! It's a fire! And the bozos go running out of the room,
Yeah, the floor's on fire, we know.
and it empties out. And you look up, and you see.
I like to. We need to go now.
Okay. Is this ring unlocked? Is there a way to get
Yeah,
out?
it is. It's no, it's unlocked. It was just an enclosure.
And it was just guarded by.
Right, it was just guarded. So yeah, you can come pouring out.
Sure.
Would I would next in initiative.
You're like, I
Yes.
take one.
I
more
take
shot.
my ball and whip it at poor.
All right, then we have to go out of rounds though. We gotta go ahead, whip your yeah.
I don't know what.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Miss.
So you go running up the stairs.
Guys, you hate to fight anymore.
Just beating the shit out of you.
You bust in and there's a woman there, and she says, who are you? What are you doing here?
We're the government.
We need to figure out where these weapons are coming in at and stop it.
Okay. So, I mean, he's crazy. Jim the Jester. I think he's working with the president. He is. He's been setting up these sonic things. He's gonna drive the crazier, get them out on the street, and it's gonna be a bloodbath. He's handing out bullets all over the place, and if we don't stop, there's more coming in.
Yes. We need to. Do you know where the weapons are coming in at?
Well, I do. I think they're coming in. They're coming in through the river, but we have to have some way to get them, stop them in the river.
We can do that.
How?
But we can. Well, this is a broadcasting station. I know at the very, very fringe of that radius, they're able to pick it up off land.
All right. Okay.
And they said they'll be listening.
And the Reapers are destroying as many of these.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the sonic weapons. The Reapers are taking care of those.
All right. Well, come with me. We've got to get to. This is just the camera booth. We have to get to the broadcast station.
Do you know by any chance where all of our stuff is?
No, but let me see what we've got here. So everybody, give me a You don't have luck, right? Give me a D20 roll.
Hey, that's decent.
11.
12.
11.
17.
3 plus something.
Okay.
Pokeween.
Everyone except Brandon, you find one of your possessions. You can choose what it is.
Oh, I totally found my bag of pills.
I found my
gun.
Glock.
Can I find one of his things? Because
Yeah.
I don't really have any.
Yeah.
I've got a firefighter's axe.
Whatever you want.
I've got handcuffs.
Yeah, you choose.
Do you want your semi-automatic weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come racing.
I'll give you that.
You come racing behind her. She's rushing you up to the booth, and she says, "It's in here. Go through here." And she points at a double doors.
Can I inside her?
Yeah.
Yeah, is she coming with
Yeah,
us?
suspicious. Ooh. That's like the 5th of 19
She
you've rolled
seems
today.
she seems totally legit. She's just unarmed. Like she's like, "It's in here. So he could be in there."
I want to look at. I'm just gonna go close and be like, "Don't worry, Smiley called for the dentists, and we're here." I stand by it. I stand by it.
Whatever that
said what I
means,
said.
you're gonna take care
I
of the
listen
toothache.
at the door.
Yeah, you hear people talking like, "Get it in. We've got to land those boats. We've got to land the boat. It's hard to improvise. We got to land the boats." Yeah, you definitely hear voices in.
Do I hear the jester?
Yeah, that's the voice.
Okay. He's definitely in there.
My toddler mind went.
How many people does it sound like are in there with him?
You can't tell.
Well,
Wanna go in with that gun? But don't. Oh no.
well, I mean,
you're
if we
destroying
go in
stuff.
there, there's going to be fighting one way or the other. Like if the people who were in the carnival just suddenly show up in this
Yeah, no.
main office.
I'm just saying, like, do you want to go in there with your like big gun, or is it then destroy all this stuff?
We're wasting time.
Yeah.
Knowing that my last line didn't hit, it's time for a root canal, and I kick the door.
Thank you. You kick the door in, and Jim the Jester is there, and you see him at the back of the room. He's got two bodyguards flanking him with weapons drawn, and Jim is like smacking at this call button for an escalator. Or an elevator. There's an elevator at the back of this room, and he's like, and then he's reaching for his gun. He's like, "Come on, can someone just freaking kill these guys already?" And the bodyguards start shooting. Roll for initiative.
All right, that's better.
Nope.
That is a 17.
All right. Kevin, what you got?
17.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And Eli?
8.
Okay. Allie?
18.
Oh damn!
All right. And
12.
Okay. What was yours again?
7. Oh,
8.
Okay.
Yours was 17.
yeah, mine's 17.
All right. Here we go. So Allie, you are first.
I look in the room. Is there a coffee anywhere?
Coffee?
Like a cup of coffee of liquid?
Sure.
Okay. So can I know, like, is there like a desk in here? Like,
Yeah. There's a desk. He's pounding on there's a call button on the desk. He's waiting for this elevator to come.
So can I know the layout of the room? Like, is the desk here and he's here and the elevator's over here?
The elevator's behind him.
Okay.
There's a desk between you and him, and the elevator's behind him.
Okay, I'm going to,
And there's a cup of coffee on the desk.
yeah, I'm gonna go grab the coffee and dump it on the elevator button.
Okay, so you go rushing forward, you grab the coffee, and you spill it on the button.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to break that.
Okay,
And
Does
then
it get on his hand?
give me a engineering or computer check or something.
Does that count as a melee attack?
was that like a mechanic?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Strike purposes.
30, 20?
Okay, you actually see a little bit of like there's like a spark.
I believe
You know,
it's
I mean this
contributing
stuff is
strength.
worn down, so you're not sure yet if it worked, but you see sparks fly.
And then I'm going to,
So you had to move. You dumped that.
yeah, how far did I have to move?
15 feet.
Okay, I moved 15 feet back behind these guys.
Okay. And knife.
So like having kicked in the door, I assume
Yeah.
like for me at least everything's slowing down. Like, and I start running as I undo my signs. You see my holsters that now have empty knives, but I'm like running, just slow motion.
beautiful.
And I got my one knife, and I'm gonna run up to the desk and ideally slide on it and just start stabbing the main guy. That's
Stabbing Jim. Okay, so you're sliding over the desk. You're gonna try and stab Jim.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna use my inspiration
Okay.
for the first attack, and I'm gonna do 3 attacks. So first attack is 17,
That hits.
and then the second attack is 19,
That hits too.
and then my unarmed strike is
15.
so 28.
Your unarmed strike is a 28.
My unarmed strike is +9, and
My
my other
gosh.
attacks are +6.
Yeah, all 3 hit.
Okay. Can I have a D4?
Oh yeah. Good for you, Dustin. I had it poisoned. When you or an ally you can see makes a successful attack with a weapon that does piercing slashing to a target, your dagger has poison.
How'd you get
Oh.
a poison?
It's just an ability.
Just up an ability.
I just have a plan. All right.
So my first attack is 7 plus poison.
He just spits on it from across the room.
So
It's
yeah,
like, is it a reaction?
yeah, it's a reaction to have it. So the target must make. So Jim must make a DC.
You let me holding something out and I run through
15?
it. I can't. A paint can.
He makes it.
Bursts as you run through it.
Or he just sneezes as you pass.
You deal half. Or you do 66, but half.
From the poison?
Yeah.
66?
66.
So 3D.
How did you poison my blade though? I need to know for thematic purposes.
In the sub, I was spray painting you.
Got it.
But isn't it a reaction? I feel like you're doing it right now.
Yeah, like I'm running, man.
Oh, no,
Can you just spray my blade as I run
Maybe that's
by?
what it was on his can.
7 and
Ooh.
10 and so 22. So 11. So 11 plus 7. So 18 for the first attack.
Okay. Okay, got it.
It only goes for one.
Yeah, but then my second knife. Step. 4, 9 more,
Okay.
and then my fist. 8.
All right. Holy cow. So yeah, you come flying over the desk.
Oh, hang on, and I want to. Is he holding a weapon or anything?
He is fumbling for a gun.
I want to disarm him. So
You do all
How
that
do you do?
Yeah,
How
can
do
you
you
do
do
that
that?
yeah, I can do a trick.
Yeah, but you've done.
Is that part
No,
of
I have to use my
You
bonus
moved and
No, I
you.
don't think so.
You've moved and done an action and a bonus action.
So I get 2 attacks, and I
Yeah,
get a
that's an
bonus action.
And you did a bonus.
I was about to say, I haven't even started to
crazy.
get into the stuff I can do.
Yeah, I can do a bunch of stuff. So tricks are. So when I hit with a melee attack, I can attempt to disarm my opponent. Roll 1 influence die and add the result to the damage. In addition to the target must make a strength save, or they drop anything that they're holding.
God damn!
So I'm gonna roll. I have 4 influence dice, so I'm only rolling 1. I roll a d8, and I add the damage. So that's 6 more damage to him,
Okay.
and then he has to roll a strength save.
Okay.
But does he have the gun in his hand?
He was trying to draw it. Okay, so he has to make a strength save of what?
Strength save. It's my trick DC. I have no idea what that is.
It's complicated.
Let's see if it matters.
It's spell save.
Well, it would be a 15.
It's
Maybe we have
spell,
to figure it out.
spell save DC, your modifier, your proficiency.
So 8 plus 3 plus it's.
3. 8, 3, 3. So,
I'm gonna say it's charisma because that's what my tricks are based
Sure.
off of. So 2,
So 13.
13.
So he managed to hold on.
Perfect.
All right. That was a big attack. One of his bodyguards.
Holy shit, we did a lot.
Shoots at. Well, here you're too close to the boss, so he shoots at Ivy.
Oh, I'm behind everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So he's gonna shoot at. He's gonna shoot at Kristoff, and he's going to hit with a
What the fuck?
21.
Yeah, Martin, hit.
30.
For 4 points of damage.
Jesus. All right.
The other one
have so many
shoots at
But I-
Porky
Hello.
and misses.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Okay. The two bodyguards seem to be more of a threat, so I'm going to go down to one knee, and I'll dual wield my two-hand my Glock. So it's a versatile weapon, so it goes up to 1d10.
Did you take your Glock or your automatic?
I don't.
You pick.
The one I had hidden was my Glock,
Oh, you
and we
have
haven't
that
come
one.
across.
Oh, you have that hidden.
Yeah.
All right.
Yet. So I'll pick the guard on the right hand side, and I'm going to do nat 20. I love these new dice. And that one is a 11 plus 12, 23 to hit. So these are
We're really good.
new characters. Okay. That is a 10 damage for the first one.
Okay.
The second one, I'm going to use my double tap to level up my die, so I'll roll a d12.
Okay.
That is 11 damage. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to... Yeah, I'll attack again, and I'll use my advanced combat training to get a second attack on that. Whoops, that's my d12.
Lethal.
That is a 17 plus 12. That one is 16 plus 12. I didn't double my damage for my critical hit that first time. So I rolled a
You just roll like
5. So I rolled a 10, and that would have been a 15 total damage
So it's
on
just
that
5
first
more.
one. So the 15 plus the another what was it, the 12, and then
His
these
face
next.
is exactly how I'm feeling. Just give me a number.
I know, I'm
How
trying-
much
I'm-
damage?
I'm doing a fucking monk.
He's got 9 hit points left.
I'm sorry. No, I off him. That's a 7 plus whatever.
Okay. So he does fall to the ground, just blown apart by all these bullets. That was like algebra.
I was fucking blown apart by
Okay,
that too.
6 hours ago, the only thing I knew about this character is it shoots guns.
That's
And that's it.
That's what we all know now.
Yeah.
Christoph.
Okay, so what exactly
guns
is
are so
this room? I know there's an elevator.
It's like an office. There's a control panel on the desk. She poured coffee on the button that seemed to be the elevator. There's another panel he was shouting in. You see an elevator. There's a
Okay,
desk.
so
where we're
I've
gonna
lost.
broadcast
Okay, we need to. Okay, I've completely lost track of what we're doing because I'm now
Take your
brain
turn.
dead.
Take your turn.
Use that, Trevor.
I am gonna go ahead and use a group action. Everybody's gonna get like a bard.
Oh,
you guys
wow.
are all gonna get 2d4. 2d4.
Even the bodyguards?
No, might be.
I
Shut up.
know.
You. Oh, sick. 7 plus 5. Everybody gets 12 temp HP.
Wow.
Oh, and
I need to know how you did that.
Yeah, sure. So, like a bard, I go, Everybody, do you want to see the dance move that made me famous in Germany? Yeah? We call this one the mustache ride.
Do we have a choice?
Can I not take the temporary?
what an inspiration!
All right, we're back around to Ivy.
Oh, and remember, anybody can take a second wind action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Did he take his turn?
He was, you know what? He's gonna get into the order next time. He was surprised.
Does it look
Because he
like
just got
does it
stabbed
look like the elevator is still coming up?
Yes.
Just prison shit.
Well, you don't know. I mean, yeah, it's hard to know.
Okay.
Oh shit! I didn't get you, did I? You were hiding over here. Porky, go.
Oh yeah, you go.
I'm gonna go run over to.
You're gonna spray paint in his face.
Oh no, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Jim the Jester?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him while he's on the ground. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. That's what it's for.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he has been hurt.
1d10. 8 damage.
Okay. Not bad. And it is his turn. He does get his gun drawn. But he is going to do effectively a disengage to stumble away from the knife. So he sort of backs up against the wall and is like, just kill them! Now back to you, Ivy.
So I'm gonna use my action to like look him dead in the face and just say, "You're nobody. You'll never be anybody, and you're never getting off this island, and you're gonna die here with all of your other clowns." And he needs to make a wisdom save. I'm trying to demoralize him.
Yeah.
Good job.
Demoralize him.
Yeah, he fails.
So he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and then attack rolls against him have advantage until the end of my next turn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
And that is knife.
I look back and I'm like, holy shit. And then I look over at him and like walking toward him, I pull the knife out. Smile, you're on camera. And just start.
You don't need it. I'd give you inspiration. That was pretty good. That's 80s Terminator kind of talk. Schwarzenegger.
Nat 20!
Whoa!
So, and then my second attack with advantage is 13?
No.
Okay, and then my unarmed.
But hold up. You're doing it wrong. It's another thing I have. You're doing it wrong. You gotta do it like this. And I'm just gonna like show you how you're supposed to shank someone. Re-roll it.
Well, I just reroll one though, right? I don't get advantage.
Yeah, just the one.
You re-roll the attack.
The one you missed. Just roll the one you missed.
That's a 17!
Okay, that'll hit.
And then my unarmed strike
It's just a talent.
is that is a 28.
That hits.
No, sorry, the 20.
Yep.
D4s. Oh, that's the one. I did one. Okay, first attack is a crit. So actually, I do. Do I just double the damage? I don't actually
No,
roll.
you roll.
Double the die.
Double.
I mean, that's what I've always
D4?
done. I just double the die and then add whatever.
We like to roll double.
12, 13 plus 5, 18 for the first attack.
Okay. Not yet. He's bleeding heavily. He's stumbling towards the elevator, waiting for it to open.
8.
Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair?
Is this
You all at once on the. Yeah, send in the clowns. Yep. Come on, send in the clowns.
And you got to the
hell? All right, go ahead.
Another 8.
All right. How does it go?
So I like walk up menacingly, kind of like Dark Knight-ish, you know, like where he's like,
With Porky in the background going, "This is how you do it."
Doing it wrong. Porky's lecturing you on how to off him.
So, tribute to my friend Taylor, I slice across his mouth, making a permanent
good.
smile, and then jam the next one into his heart.
Nice.
All right. So
You did it.
And then as he's falling, I just look down and fucking smile.
Yeah.
Gonna fast track this. So Big Zed is like, I can't believe it. You did it. Now come on. We've got to get to the broadcast. And she gets you up to the thing, and she's like, oh shit, we can't get a strong enough signal. The only thing I can seem to get to is, it seems like there's some kind of submersible. I see signs of a ship here. Did you guys take a ship here?
Yes.
It looks like I can redirect your ship to intercept the vessel that's carrying the explosives.
Oh.
That's the only thing to do to stop it.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Yeah,
And
no.
so the submarine,
She'll come back for us.
the submarine gets directed to the ship full of ammunition. There's a huge
Can we go
explosion.
get on the ship?
There's a huge explosion
Get on the submarine.
out in the river, and now you are trapped in New York. Your only possibility is to escape from New York. And that's our game.
Great job, Martin.
So everybody, that was Everyday Heroes from Evil Genius Games. They sent us these books, and the module again is called Number One with a Bullet, set in the Escape from New York universe.
Thank you so much, Martin.
Oh, you're welcome. I
Thank
hope
you,
it was
Martin, and
fun.
Thank you, Evil Genius Games.
Thank you for watching, and again, don't forget The Curse of the Dread D'Amour ends Friday. It's on Kickstarter. The link is in our bio, so please check it out. And in the meantime, roll crits. See ya. Woo!